Hi.
Hi.
Hi. So sorry to trouble you. Hi, Shweta.
Hi, Nirali.
Hi, good to see you.
Hi.
Hi. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. All set?
Yeah, all set. Let's hope we have an audience. Otherwise, all set. Would have loved to have you also participate. But
Nirali, can you hear me?
Three of them will cover everything.
yeah, I can hear you, Neha. Hi,
Listen,
Neha.
hi, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not recording. Can you see if you can record?
I got a message that it's recording. Just wait, let me just check.
But let me check, click the record.
Yeah, it is showing that it's recording. On the
Okay.
left top, there is a recording thing going on.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I think this time there was some issue till you joined. We were unable to join the meeting.
Yeah,
but
I don't know
think
what's
that's
going
sorted
on.
now.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I made you host.
So
I'm gonna
sorry to
exit.
disturb you.
No problem. I'm gonna go back. Okay. Bye.
Yeah, sure.
Hi, Nirali. Finally.
Hi, Bhushan.
Sound कैसा है आज?
Hi, Bhushan.
मेरा sound कैसा है आज?
Hi.
Perfect.
Hi.
Perfect. Yeah. I heard Ronak, I think.
Is that Ronak Are Deewana मुझे
नहीं, सही
पहचानो?
Who's this?
ये मैं
Are
हूँ।
Divano? मुझे
वही तो नहीं पता कौन है। And there's Lucy.
Yes.
श्वेता.
Bhushan, you want to check your PPT? So देख लो.
नहीं ग्रैंड रिवील है यार, ऐसे ये सस्पेंस फील मत करना।
Hi, Lucy.
हाय, मैंने कुछ
Lucy.
ज्यादा ही जल्दी ज्वाइन कर लिया क्या? मैं ओवर एक्साइटेड लग रही हूँ
नहीं,
लगता।
यार हम
good.
एक्साइटेड
We're
तुझे
happy
मिलने
to
के
see
लिए।
the
निराली
excitement.
दिख रहा है? निराली
चेहरा
दिख
दिखा
रहा
दे तेरा।
हाँ, दिख
हाँ,
रहा है
मैं
भूषण.
है? Okay. Stop sharing.
I can't see Lucy. भूषण कुछ क्या पता नहीं क्या कर रहा है।
मैंने
ये
स्क्रीन
अरे
शेयर
दीवानो
किया नहीं
मुझे
क्या?
पहचानो. Who is that?
जाने दो ठीक है, कुछ नहीं, मैं ही हूँ।
बस पे शायद.
अच्छा, सुयोग. No, Suyog joined now.
हाय भूषण, हाय सलील, हाय अनुराग।
Hey guys,
मेरा प्रणाम सबको।
Hi.
क्या चल रहा है?
बस lazy Sunday.
हाँ, क्या हुआ?
Lazy Sunday for me. आप लोग का क्या चल रहा है?
अरे all well. I'm just driving back from a relative's place. So I'll be there available on audio and switch off the video. Okay?
Okay.
I'm driving.
No issues.
निराली स्क्रीन दिख रहा था ना, लेकिन श्योरली.
हाँ, दिख रहा था तभी. हाँ. Issue नहीं. Anurag is there, no? I think he's also joined, no? Yeah.
या ज्वाइन तो किया हुआ है। अचानक सबके ये म्यूट हो गए थे।
So eventually, Neha has made me host because she had to join the meeting. So I think I will be able to unmute.
बैकड्रॉप अच्छा था इसका।
भूषण,
अरे दीवानो मैंने मुझे पहचाने अपना चेहरा दिखा दिया 2 मिनट के लिए।
अभी तक पहचानने.
नहीं पहचान में तो आगे दिखा चेहरा दिखा दिया था उसने।
अरे वसंत.
प्रणाम सबको भाई लोग।
प्रणाम 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 सर जी,
हेलो।
कैसे हो?
बस यहीं पे बैठा हूँ आधे
अच्छा,
घंटे
ही इज
से।
एनीवन। पहचान लिया।
हाँ, पहचान लिया पहचान लिया।
चलो ठीक है, गुड गुड गुड।
कैसे हो?
ठीक हूँ। बेटे को बाहर बिठा के आया हूँ थोड़ी देर के लिए।
अच्छा,
तो
उसी के लिए मुझे ऊपरी में आके करना पड़ रहे हैं, तो मुश्किल था।
ओ, बाप रे।
भूषण, थोड़ा योर वॉइस, आई डोंट नो इफ इट्स क्लियरली ऑडिबल, मुझे थोड़ा सॉफ्ट लग रहा है।
डिसेंटली ऑडिबल है।
ओके।
हाँ, ओके।
मेरा आवाज ठीक है?
यस, यू
या
कैन हियर यू
ठीक है,
फाइन।
ठीक है।
और कोई आ रहा है कि
So
इधर
I
फिर
think we'll
चालू?
wait.
इट्स 2 more
पहली
minutes to
बात
go,
सब
3 minutes to go.
Yeah, then we'll start.
हम्म।
ओके।
ए, उत्तर को जगाओ कोई तो यार।
उसके घर कुछ गौरी पूजा है ना?
हाँ
उधर वैसे भी सो ही रहा हूँ।
गौरी पूजा
हाँ, वही
कल है
सुना,
ना?
उत्तर गौरी पूजा में क्या करेगा, उसको अकल देंगे वहां से।
हाँ,
I
उसके
guess
सबसे ज्यादा क्वेश्चन सलील आंसर करने वाला है।
शिवलिंग आने वाले कि नहीं?
LAQ वन वर्क। हाँ,
शिवलिंग शिवलिंग।
शिवलिंग का नहीं पता।
शिवलिंग का तो 1-on-1 वेबिनार फिर होगा सलील के साथ।
अच्छा ऐसा है क्या? अरे बाप रे।
I guess सबसे इनोवेटिव क्वेश्चन उत्तर
नहीं, कोल्ड चॉकलेट
वो
इसका था
हिट
ना,
शॉक
वाजपेयी
प्रोटीन
का
वाला
था ना।
कौन है?
सबसे इनोवेटिव अंकित वाजपेयी थे।
वाजपेयी
अंकित
वाजपेयी।
वाजपेयी, कोल्ड चॉक प्रोटीन्स।
हाँ।
है कि कर
वो उसने
सवाल
चैट जीपीटी पे बनाया शायद से।
आगे अपना ये क्वेश्चंस का लिस्ट भी खोल के रखते हैं, कंफ्यूजन। मेरी लिस्ट आपके पास रेडी है, राइट?
Yeah.
ओके।
And Anurag, you confirmed with Chintan, na?
Chintan did not receive my call.
Oh my God.
हद है।
Okay.
तो तू ही बता दे
Divya
कुछ।
said that she won't be there for the entire session. If she is there,
I've given him the order, so
if she is there for that question, then she will answer it. Otherwise, I will be answering it. She has
yeah, okay.
me her
Okay.
answer the question.
Okay,
एंड
fine.
फराज इज हियर। हाय फराज।
अगला वेबिनार सीधा वहाँ जहाँ पे आयरन मैन और मैराथन होगा वहीं पे होगा। जिनको अटेंड करना है वहाँ पे आना पड़ेगा।
आजा भाई, आजा आजा।
नहीं, मैं कह रहा हूँ
ओके,
जिनको अटेंड करना होगा वहाँ पे आना पड़ेगा अभी डायरेक्ट।
आजा, कर देंगे वहां पे भी, व्यवहार करेंगे, पार्टी भी करेंगे, दोनों हो जाएगा।
नहीं नहीं यार,
नहीं,
आपका टाइम इम्पोर्टेंट है वो भाई।
अरे क्या भाई, ये फॉर्मेलिटी क्यों चल रही है इसकी? एंड
Hi,
शिल्पा आ गई।
Mansi. Hi,
एंड मानसी
Faraz.
इज
Hi,
हियर।
Shilpa. Oh, we'll be starting in few minutes, Abhi. It's two
आई
as
गेस
such.
वी आर एट द स्टार्टिंग टाइम, काइंड ऑफ। 2 तो बज गए।
So,
2 मिनट देने लोगों को।
थोड़ा सा
ठीक है.
time
We'll wait 2
ठीक
minutes and then we start. Yeah.
है, राइट।
Hi and welcome everyone. Anyone wants to say hi? We are starting after 2 minutes. We can talk right now.
हाय मानसी।
हेलो हेलो।
क्वेश्चन पूछने वालों को अटेंडेंस कंपलसरी करना चाहिए था एक्चुअली।
हाँ, जो अगर क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहिए सर।
नहीं, जिन्होंने
It is too
अटेंड किया
much
उनके
to
क्वेश्चन
expect on
रहेंगे।
a Sunday afternoon. I mean, अपने schedules थोड़े तो वैसे होते ही हैं. So.
but I guess no time is the perfect time.
हाँ वो तो है।
Yeah, that's true. We struggled so much to find a time when all 4 of us were free also.
एक्चुअली 4 लोगों के लिए वो तो कोऑर्डिनेट नहीं हो रहा था।
Hi, Shraddha.
ए श्रद्धा जी, हेलो।
Hi.
शी इज आल्सो ड्राइविंग।
Hi.
किधर?
Good to see
Hi,
you. Hi.
Nirali. Feel better.
Hi. Hi.
हेलो।
Hi. Hi. I think Shubhangi is also joined. Hi.
Hi, Mansi.
हाय 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 श्वेता। हाय।
ये सब लोग कॉमन है बोल दो। शुभांगी is here, और कौन बाकी है? हम्म,
Shilpa has joined.
Can I join on the computer, please, boys?
And Faraz is there. I think he's on
या
mute.
फराज ने मैसेज तो कर दिया है कि उसके ऑडियो इश्यूज है, so he's going to be chatting with us only.
Okay. Okay, so we'll start in a minute. Just hi and welcome to all of you all. And just instructions again. Kindly mute yourself if there is background noise. And we will be starting with the speakers, and then we'll have the questions which were already shared. We will be doing that question and answer first. In case any of you all have more questions, please put it on the chat, and we will be looked at the end after the pre-planned question answer session is done. Okay. So Bhushan, are you ready? Do you want to begin? So I think we've already shared an introduction of all our speakers. I mean, we know their academic achievements. Now we've shared the fitness achievements in the introduction. That was one part of everyone which probably we were not totally aware about. Are you ready, Bhushan? Want to begin?
Yes, I'm ready. Yes, yes. Should I start? Or should we wait
Yes,
for
start.
2 minutes more?
Ready.
It's up to you. We can wait 2 minutes, but then.
कर दे
Okay.
क्लिनिक के लिए तो कभी रुकते नहीं थे किसी के लिए।
हाँ वही तो
मानसी क्लिनिक पे
दर्द
टाइम पे पहुंची है।
दर्द बाहर निकल रहा है उसका।
दिख रहा है सब लोग?
ताने मार के।
Hey, hi, so cute.
Okay, everyone can go to that single screen, second beach wala page. Bhushan has started his PPT.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
So I'll just tell my journey in brief, what I have done for my fitness journey. I have started this almost 1.5 to 2 years back. So I'll just present in short. In my journey, there was means fitness is what not just about looking good, but it was about feeling good and living fully and preventive future health issues. My motivation to start my journey was I was feeling very sluggish during my daily routine and my own health concern. My systolic blood pressure was almost crossing 160 and 170. And health issues faced by my parents. My parents means my dad had undergone some spine surgery, some shoulder surgery. So I realized it's very important to take care of our own health. There are 3 building blocks of my fit lifestyle. I have divided these things into three points, like cardiovascular endurance, which also includes muscular endurance, muscular strength, and flexibility. In cardiovascular endurance, it's an ability of your lungs and heart to supply oxygen to working muscles. Muscular strength, as we all know, it's a maximum force of a muscle can exert. Then third is flexibility, to get all maximum range of motion around the joint. These are 3 pillars of my body's foundation: strength, endurance, that is my cardiovascular health and stamina, and flexibility. In strength, I have worked on my weight training. I was working on this since last 1.5 years. There are some questions or some points I have just mentioned in brief. How many times in a week I used to go? So I would suggest 3 to 4 times in a week is enough time to give for our strength preparation. And type of training, there are many types of training available online and on YouTube also. Like full body workout, split workout, and progressive overloading. There are some different exercises I have enumerated down, like squats, deadlifts, bench press, overhead press. So everyone must have heard about these things, and everyone have tried all these things also. Progression is very important in weight training. It means you have to make your muscle training and weight training harder. by increasing weights and repetitions. Benefits of weight training are increased muscle mass, improved bone density, boosted metabolism, and enhanced daily function strength. In endurance, I included in my endurance training running and cycling. It keeps my energy levels high. In running category, I used to run almost 2 to 3 times in a week. My average weekly run was only 10 kilometer, but it was very difficult for me to achieve this level. There are different types of runs I used to do, like short run, 5K, long runs up to 10 to 20K on weekends, and walk run intervals. I used to add sprints also in this training. Recently in January, I have done my first half marathon. I have done my second half marathon. Cycling, I have added cycling in my endurance training, but I don't think cycling is an alternative for running. But benefits of cycling, it's a low impact cardio exercise, means majority of people can manage to do this. Other cardio exercises are swimming, hiking, CrossFit. Frankly, I don't know swimming. In last week only, I have started to learn swimming. Benefits of endurance training, where I have already experienced improved cardiovascular health and increased stamina and better mood and stress relief. To get my flexibility, I have added two things in my weekly routine. One was calisthenics and stretching. Calisthenics means it's a body weight exercises that promote the range of motions also. Uh, Examples of calisthenics, these are simple examples like pull up, push up, squats, handstand, and we can increase the difficulty level accordingly when we get the strength for them. I used to add stretching almost once in a week. It is very important before and after workout. I used to have a dedicated yoga sessions for these for stretching routine. I have experienced reduced muscle soreness, improved posture, increased range of motion, and decreased risk of injury while doing muscle training. I will come to my weight loss approach. So I followed a kind of smart weight loss strategy, which I think it should be sustainable and healthy strategy. Uh, Weight loss should be like marathon. It should not be like sprint. It's all about sustainable lifestyle changes. So I have mentioned some key points of my weight loss journey regarding diet also. Calorie deficit is the fundamental principle. We cannot replace this with anything. Balanced nutrition is very important. Regular exercise means you are supposed to add strength and cardio in your weight loss journey. Patience and consistency is the key. Tracking progress. In my case, since last 2 years, I'm weighing myself almost daily in early morning. So I think I don't know it is must or not, but I am doing the same thing like since last 2 years. Avoid crash diet is very important, which many people do in the beginning phase. We are not supposed to do crash diet for weight loss because it is not sustainable. In nutrition part, macronutrients, I have increased my protein intake. I have decreased my carbohydrate intake, which was my primary source, energy source previously. I have not cut down fats. It was almost in the crucial, in optimal amounts. Healthy fats are also important for your hormone production and overall health also. अरे यार. In micronutrients, frankly, I could not track these records regarding micronutrients. My hydration was almost 3 to 4 liters in a day. Water intake. I used to measure it every day. My meal timings were almost fixed. Mindful eating was the key in my nutrition journey. The main thing is you're supposed to cut down your snacks, evening snacks, or your junk foods. So to control my cravings, I used to add dates, peanuts, and other healthy things in my snacks or evening snacks routinely. Sleep was also had important point in my fitness journey. I have enumerated some basic advantages of enough and quality sleep. Sleep is very important to recharge and recover from your muscle training. Muscle repair and growth happens in your daily sleep. Hormonal balance also sleep also helps in your hormonal balances. It affects appetite regulating hormones. Energy levels crucial for effective workouts and daily function. It also improves our cognitive function. I used to take 7 to 8 hours sleeps daily. I prioritize sleep over anything. My approximate timing of sleep is almost 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning. I have enumerated some myths and facts regarding fitness. The first is spot reduction is possible. Many people think it is possible, but everyone knows it is not possible. You can't target any fat loss from any specific areas. Overall fat loss is the key. Cardio is the only to lose weight. No, I don't think so. I will say strength training is crucial for building muscle, which boosts your fat loss also. Third myth is more is always better in terms of exercise. No, I don't think so. It may lead to overtraining, which may lead to injury. So quality over quantity is more important. Are supplements essential for fitness? Whole foods should be your basic foundation regarding your nutrition. Supplements are just for filling the gaps, not the replacement meals. You need to spend hours in the gym. No, I think 30 to 60 minutes in a gym and weight training is very much adequate. Consistency is very important in your weight loss journey or your journey. You have to show your tough days. Habit formation takes time. So you are supposed to start with small but sustainable habits. Progressive overload is very important in training. Anurag may enlighten on this topic later. You are supposed to avoid plateaus and mental toughness to build discipline and resilience. I will share some key takeaways from my side. You are supposed to start small but be consistent. Set some realistic goals. Don't forget the purpose. Always remember why you have started the journey. And from my view, weight loss is the byproduct of your training. It should not be your target. And as fitness is a journey, it is not a destination. So be consistent, but don't rush into the.
भूषण निकल गया? He's back.
No, he's there. I think his video and audio has gone mute. I'll unmute you, Bhushan.
Yeah, okay.
I'm done.
It's key points. Key takeaways फिर से बोलना because we just missed that last 2-3. We couldn't hear you.
Even if you can't put the slide, maybe you can
Okay,
just say it.
Just say it out, yes.
No, I'll just put the slide. No problem.
Hi guys, I've joined.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yes, sir.
I'll repeat the key
Announcement कर दिया.
Start small, be consistent, set some realistic goals. Don't forget the purpose of your journey. From my side, I will say weight loss should be the byproduct of your training. It should not be the target because fitness is a journey, it is not the destination. So be slow and be consistent.
Thank you. Amazing. I photo निकाल दिया उसने.
Photo. Okay. Thank you
निकालना
so
पड़ेगा.
much, Bhushan. हाँ?
निकालना पड़ेगा, ठीक है.
अरे निकालना पड़ेगा मतलब उसके सिवा हम लोग बात नहीं कर सकेंगे.
अच्छा ठीक है.
Thank you, Bhushan. Sorry?
Key point. I think we'll have to find our own points rather than focusing on
We have to
some.
find our key points, yes.
Yeah. So thank you, Bhushan, for the wonderful presentation and guiding us through it. I think the take home is we have to be slow and consistent. It is a marathon and not a sprint. I think that's something we need to remember. And hi to all those who joined. I think there's Divya, there's Chintan, Urvi, and few more I think who've joined. So we now move on to Salil's talk of his journey in becoming Iron Man.
Okay, that's my journey. ठीक है. Uh, Hi. So all of you know me anyway, and I don't have a transformation journey to share as such, but fitness is, as Bhushan said, it is a journey. It's not like something which is going to be 100%, and it's not something I can achieve and then leave everything. It's going to be something which we do every day, day in, day out. It is part of each and everyone's life and my life. So if I don't have my morning exercise in, then the entire day I'm probably not at my best. I'm probably a bit on edge. The morning exercise, those endorphins or whatever is released because of that, that is key to having the day going pretty smooth. And I used to play random sports since childhood, so that was not a new thing for me. Even in college, we had really good facilities as far as basketball and our ring football was concerned, and even we had a decent TT table. So that did actually, there was no issue as far as keeping fit or staying active was concerned. And college, well, it went by fast, and we just out of our teens at that time, so weight wasn't an issue as such during those days. Weight became an issue for me during the end of my general surgery residency. So, like, suddenly you have some free time and you're supposed to study at that time, and you're not used to having so much sitting around. That's when my weight started creeping up, and I stopped measuring myself at 93. Like, it's a lost cause. कुछ करना तो है नहीं इसमें. And I tried doing some running at that time. ये थोड़ा पढ़ाई करते थोड़ा दिन में भाग लेंगे. Let's 3 kilometers or so was what I was doing within the college campus itself. And ठीक है, exams हो गए. Luckily, immediately I joined plastic surgery again. And as a first year, then I lost all the weight that I gained. So from 93 kg in the first 6 months itself, I was down in the 60s. So probably around 60, I don't know, 7 के आसपास कुछ रहूंगा. So I have my pics of that time also really like looking stick thin compared to what I was before that. And the first year में तो weight was controlled because of lack of sleep and the routine things which everyone knows. So then in second year, I thought I don't want second year plastic surgery. I didn't want any excess weight to creep on again because there was no residency following that to, इसको कम करने के लिए. In second year plastic surgery, थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा it was, let's say, ordered or compatible getting maybe an hour off for myself, 3-4 days a week. So that's when I then decided to, think about keeping a bit more fit. I tried doing this swimming and gym during my MS as well. Second year में सब second year part of third year में चला thrice a week, but उसके बाद तो ज़्यादा हुआ नहीं. So in plastic surgery, in final year, that's when I started regular running. Regular means let's say thrice a week, and the runs were around half an hour. That was all that was possible. Is सांप का फोन अगर आ गया तो you need to be from wherever you are, get back to the ward as early as possible. And probably the boss would require around half an hour to reach to stay around the campus जहाँ भी भाग रहे हो जो भी कर रहे हो. That continued exam के time पे, that's what I continued. My maximum runs were around 8 kilometers. And luckily, my father has a good gym group. So they call themselves the morning joggers group. So my dad is the like oldest among the lot. And इसलिए dad उस group में थे तो मैं भी कभी कभी जाता था उनके weekly runs के लिए. That was random 10K runs, कभी किया कभी नहीं किया. Not very regular from my side. Once ये सब खत्म हो गया, रेसिडेंसी खत्म हो गई, then थोड़े यहाँ वहाँ फेलोशिप्स कर लिए सब कुछ. तो we had tried to keep that running streak going on. जितना भी हो सके थोड़ा बहुत करो. And that did help with the weight. The weight didn't shoot up again as it had done during my end of MS days. जो भी था 80s में ही constant रह गया. And post everything, once I was finally back to Pune over here, कि अभी practice अब चालू कर दिए, that's when the actual consistency came into play. So 4 days a week या 5 days a week, depending upon जैसे भी काम का schedule है, that's how I started getting back on track. Initial run से चालू किया था, then थोड़ा gym में strength training करना, that kept on going. So 10K runs किए थे. So my thought process was a bit basic. अगर it's not very technical or scientifically backed. It's like अगर 10 किलोमीटर भाग सकते हो तो 20 तो कर ही पाओगे कि 2 बार 10 भागना है. बट ठीक है, इट वोंट बी एज फास्ट एज डूइंग इट like doing the 10K, the pace would be a bit off, obviously, yes, but it should not be beyond the bounds of possibility. तो वैसे करके पहली बार मुंबई मैराथन था, उसमें 21 किलोमीटर्स किया, दैट वाज इन 2017, या दैट वाज माय फर्स्ट वन, 21.1 वाला। एंड फिर अगर एक बार आपने 21 कर लिया, देन दैट्स व्हाट यू थिंक अगेन कि ठीक है 21 कर सकते हैं, तो उसका डबल करना है, राइट? तो इसमें जितना भी टाइम लगा उससे थोड़ा ज्यादा लगेगा, लेट्स से 1.5 टाइम्स यू माइट रिक्वायर। तो वैसे लेट्स ट्राई द नेक्स्ट स्टेप, 21 करे तो 42 ट्राई कर लेते हैं। फिर ये सोच के 42 किया, कर लिया। 42 probably 2018 2019 में खत्म कर दिया था, and that's when the big announcement came, as far as my fitness circle was concerned. Ironman is a brand. It's not actually an event. The triathlon is a particular discipline. Triathlon combination होती है तीन चीजों की, swimming, cycling and running. So there are multiple triathlons all over the world. Distances भी अलग-अलग होते हैं. And the most famous of the organizing companies or the brands is Ironman, जो भी worldwide होता है। तो Ironman ने अनाउंस किया कि now they are coming to India. So they announced that in 2019. सोच रहे थे कि ट्रायथलॉन भी कर ही सकता हूँ, कि अभी स्विमिंग बचपन से आ रहा था मुझे ऑलरेडी, तो इट वाज बेसिकली वो कॉन्फिडेंस कि भाई ठीक है, कितना होगा हो के कर ही सकता हूँ जो भी करना है, बाकी लोग कर रहे हैं, मैं कौन सा कम हूँ, ये सब चीजें होती है। इट हिट्स यू हार्ड इन द फेस, यू फॉल डाउन, सब कुछ होता है, दैट हैज हैपेंड विद मी मल्टीपल टाइम्स। तो वो सोच के कि ट्रायथलॉन कर लेते। इट वाज अ 70.3 इवेंट, देयर इज लाइक 113 किलोमीटर वाला इवेंट होता है, that is 70.3 miles, and there's a 140.6 miles, that is your 226 kilometers. That's Ironman 70.3 and that a full Ironman. तो इंडिया में 70.3 आ रहा था, तो उसके लिए प्रिपेयर करना सोचा कर लेते, चालू कर लेते। स्विमिंग एंड साइकिलिंग, स्विमिंग वाज प्रेटी डिसेंट क्योंकि आई हैड एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ दैट। साइकिलिंग की इतना कभी आदत थी नहीं, 100 किलोमीटर 90 करना वगैरह। तो विद प्रैक्टिस दैट डिड हैपन, एंड अलोंग द वे फिर यस, द कॉन्फिडेंस को थोड़ा सा डेंट मिल गया कि जितना आसान लग रहा था उतना आसान है नहीं। बट व्हेन यू हैव अ ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल जो सिमिलर चीज कर रहे, इट डज हैपन। एंड माइंडसेट वाज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, जो पहले से है कि अगर कोई चीज करनी है, जो ऑलरेडी भूषण ने बहुत लाइक अच्छे से हाईलाइट किया, भाई कंसिस्टेंसी इज द की। कोई भी चीज करनी है, स्टार्ट ऑफ स्लो, ग्रेजुअल इंक्रीमेंट्स करने हैं आपको, एंड कीप डूइंग इट। रिजल्ट्स एक दिन में तो आने वाले हैं नहीं। दैट्स एग्जैक्टली व्हाट केप्ट ऑन हैपनिंग। First 70.3 was in 2019 in Goa, and expected था कि बहुत अच्छा टाइमिंग आएगा, तो ऑब्वियसली नहीं आया बिकॉज इतना बड़ा एक्शन कभी किया नहीं था, पहली बार कर रहे थे। बट दैट ऑल्सो गेव अ कॉन्फिडेंस कि ये कर सकता हूँ, कंप्लीट हो सकता है। सो वंस इट वाज देयर कि ये कर लिया, तो लेट्स सी इसके आगे क्या होता है। सेम एंड फॉर रनिंग की 42 कर लिया है, तो इसके आगे क्या 50 किलोमीटर का अल्ट्रा होता है, ठीक है वो कर लेते हो। दैट्स हाउ थिंग्स केप्ट ऑन गोइंग ऑन एंड गोइंग ऑन। द उसके बाद बिग इवेंट्स जो अगर डिस्टेंस वाइज कंपेयर कर सकते, दो द लार्जेस्ट वंस, द लॉन्गेस्ट वंस वर द कॉमरेड्स अल्ट्रा मैराथन, दैट इज इन साउथ अफ्रीका, डर्बन से होती है वो। इट इज द ओल्डेस्ट अल्ट्रा मैराथन आई थिंक विच इज इन एग्जिस्टेंस राइट नाउ। It's a 90 kilometers run, depends upon where you're going from Pietersburg to Durban या उल्टा. So that did that in 22. Followed up with a 183 kilometer triathlon in Nagpur in 22 itself. उसमें luckily I got the first prize, पता नहीं क्यों, शायद से लोग जो कम होंगे वहाँ पे, इसलिए एक ओपन कैटेगरी में मिल गया मुझे। And then finally Ironman कर लिया, that was in Germany. I did Hamburg. So that was 140.6. It is 3.9 kilometers, sorry, 3.8 kilometers swimming, 180 kilometers cycling, and 42.2 kilometers running. ये सब आपको एक के बाद एक करना होता है, and the cutoff time in Hamburg was 15 hours 30 minutes. I finished that in 11:29, तो pretty much safe, आराम से बफर के साथ तो हो गया था मेरा। उत्तर आ गया, और he is awake, that's a good thing. उसको जगह रखना है हमें। दैट वाज द, मुझे लगा कि कभी ये तो हो गया, इसके आगे तो करना नहीं है। बट देन देयर आर मल्टीपल मोर इवेंट्स, देन आई वेंट फॉर दैट टाइगरमैन अल्टीमेट जो होता है एट ट्रायथलॉन। सो दैट वाज अ 5 किलोमीटर स्विम, 200 किलोमीटर साइकिलिंग एंड 50 किलोमीटर्स रनिंग विद अ कट ऑफ ऑफ, आई फॉरगेट कितना था, शायद से 24 घंटे का कट नहीं, शायद से 20 घंटे का कट ऑफ था approximately, around 14 hours, 14.5 14 hours में शायद से हो गया था मेरा। So that's what was done. And right now, what I'm practicing for is the border run. It's known as the hell race because they actually send you to hell in that. It starts from Jaisalmer. It's from Jaisalmer to Longewala. I'm doing the 100 miles run, so that is 160 kilometers. And I have 28 hours to do it. So preparation for that. December 6th and 7th को है. That's what I'm training for right now. बीच में काफी हर्डल्स थे. चिंतन को भी पता है. चिंतन ने फिर थोड़ी बहुत मस्ती भी की थी मेरे साथ. ठीक कर दिया मुझे. ये सब चीजें हुई है. So we can discuss that when you have the question. So that is my journey so far. Like fitness is just an integral part of my daily routine, and I hope it continues. So I want to be alive till the day I can run 21 kilometers. So that's how my you know philosophy is. जब तक भाग सकूंगा तब तक ठीक है भाई. जब तक भागना बंद हो जाएगा तब ठीक है. Everything is done. End of story. Done.
That's
Awesome,
great,
Salil. Very,
Salil.
very motivating.
Arey, thank you.
I felt like I am in the kindergarten once again.
अरे भाई. आ
No,
गया.
it's okay. अच्छा है 10 तक क्लॉक आते आते 10 साल तो लगेंगे अभी.
एक साल में हो जाएगा. साथ में करते हैं.
I
अरे
think
मेरे
we
को
start
सुन
with
के
this doubling
थकान हो
funda
रही है ना,
wherever we
बट
are. We can do double of that.
शिल्पा ने क्या कहा?
मैंने बोला मेरे को सुन के थकान हो रही है, अभी रेस्ट
अरे बाप रे.
करना पड़ेगा.
निराली आप तो स्टार्ट
डबल
कर रहे हो
पहले
ऑलरेडी रनिंग
20
करना.
किलोमीटर, 40, 40 से 60,
सिंपल है.
60 से
एक कर सकते हो,
100,
दो कर सकते हो,
20.
दो कर सकते हो, चार कर सकते हो. एक्सपोनेंशियली बढ़ते रहता है.
मैं आज एक करूंगी ना तो फिर कल उतना ही करने में इतने एफर्ट जाते हैं, मैं डबल का
तो
सोच नहीं सकती.
एक हफ्ते बाद कर ले. जल्दी क्या है?
हाँ, वैसे कुछ करना पड़ेगा अभी मोटिवेशन लेके.
Salil, you should, put the routine on the group for all of us beginners कि आज तुम लोग इतना भाग के दिखाओ, कल इतना भाग के दिखाओ, तो कुछ मोटिवेशन रहेगा और हम
Monthly
लोग
at least
चाहिए.
once a
डाल
month.
दूंगा, कोई प्रॉब्लम. एज यू से. आप टारगेट
Once a
बोल दो,
month.
टाइम बोल दो, मैं रूटीन डाल देता हूँ.
I just actually
Daily
asked
challenge,
Salil
daily
regarding
running
this with
challenge.
the target.
All of you.
हाँ, निराली ने ले लिया टारगेट एक.
I just spoke to Salil few days back that I'm thinking of doing 11 kilometers. I'm still not sure if I'll do 11 kilometers run in November. So he actually came with a structured target. Ye week mein 3 kilometers, ye week mein 4 kilometers, so many runs in the next 2 months. He gave me a timetable.
Okay.
So I did day 1. Now let's see how it goes ahead.
So I think that's
So
what
yeah,
more important is, to have a structured plan and just to follow it, because many
ते
of
उत्तर
us
तुझा फोटो किती क्यूट आहे रे. एकदम गोंडस बाय वाटत आहे. व्हिडिओ चालू कर त्याच्यापेक्षा.
नहीं, वीडियो चालू है.
नहीं, we can only see
मध्येच व्हिडिओ
Uttar's
दिसला आणि
photo.
मग मध्येच फोटो दिसला.
नहीं, आई कैन सी उत्तर प्रॉपर्ली. उसका वीडियो चालू है.
ठीक है.
Anyone has anything to say to Salil, or we just go on to the next topic?
Salil, you can write a book, I feel, for doctors.
श्वेता बोल रही है
I
मुझे बुक
think
लिखने को.
because I personally
Good
feel,
idea.
this is what I felt.
Cute.
As far as what
Hello,
I see
Salil.
doctors around me, they
कर
are
ट्राई
the ones who
करूंगा.
they are the ones who neglect their health a lot.
अरे हाय सलील, शुभांगी आहे.
ए शिवांगी बोल ना.
हा, अरे काही नाही, तुला ना लहानपणीपासून चांगल्या सवयी होत्या. मीन्स स्विमिंग
ओके.
येत होती लहानपणीपासून. यू वर रनिंग सिन्स युअर UG डेज. सो बिकॉज ऑफ
ओके.
दॅट की तुला ते अवघड वाटलं नाही. एकदम अचानक
ओके.
काहीतरी सुरू करायचं ना म्हणजे अवघड होतं. सो
नाही
गुड
तसं. ओके,
की आपण
अवघड असतं.
ऍटलीस्ट मुलांना
ऑब्विसली अवघड आहे. अवघड आहे पण होतं.
हा,
होऊन जातं. स्लो स्टार्ट
होतं.
करायचं.
येस, करायचं आहे म्हणून करायचंच. आता उद्यापासूनच
येस.
पळायला सुरू करणार, वॉकिंग नाही.
पहिल्या दिवशी कमी करायचं, हळू वाढवायचं.
I think Salil, we should definitely start
वाढवायचं.
group wherein you can guide us all as to how to at least go to WTF. Like structured program ke through you can guide us. And next Mumbai marathon, I think we all of us should aim.
सब लोग आ जाएंगे. सही है. अच्छा
Yeah, I
27
think
मुंबई
having a
27.
common goal will be great. If there's a common
हाँ.
goal,
You
and then you
don't
can
Next
guide us
reunion
that
in
week
Mumbai
by week.
Marathon.
The
नहीं,
next
Salil, you don't
meet
go to
can be
gym.
on in a marathon itself.
एक मिनट मैं कंफ्यूज.
Mumbai
दो
Marathon
तीन चीजें.
27. Everyone.
Yes.
मुझे कोई तो जिम का सुनाई दिया, किसने पूछा था वो?
हाँ, मैंने शुभांगी। So you
हाँ,
don't go to gym like Shweta
नहीं,
does.
I used to go to the gym, but the timings were not very suitable. I mean, at 6 बजे खुलना चाहिए, but the guy probably used to come at 6:15. The entire workout was not possible. So I do strength training at home itself. I have like a few dumbbell sets, and body weight is more than enough to do whatever I need to do. So strength
You
training is
don't
all at
think
home.
there is a rod put there for, I think that's part of his workout way.
Yeah, that is the old one. अभी I don't use that. I have a
Okay.
proper pull-up set अलग से, वो use कर लेता हूँ मैं. ये
That
अभी
is
शोभा
meant
के लिए
for
सिर्फ,
Vyom now.
which he doesn't do
okay,
at all.
okay. So it is in his genes, I think, with Dada also having a running group and parents also working out, it
We
will
are
come
hoping
naturally
so,
to
but
you.
We are
haven't seen those
hoping.
genes show themselves yet.
Same thing used to happen with me. मेरा जिम का जो बंदा है वो टाइम पे आता ही नहीं था. I go to gym at 5:30 in the morning. बट मैंने एक काम शुरू किया, मैं 5:15 बजे उसको फोन करके उठाता था.
हाँ, अरे चाबी लेने का भी ट्राई किया था, उन्हें पता है क्या पहले?
अनुराग, तू उसको ट्रेन कर रहा था कि वो तेरे
वो तो ट्रेन
को
कर रहा
ट्रेन
था.
कर रहा था? मेरे को इसमें कंफ्यूजन होता है.
This I don't have a trainer now. I focus on my workouts on my own.
Fine. So we'll move ahead now. So actually,
Yep.
Anurag was going to talk about nutrition, but he eventually felt most of it is covered in the questions itself. So we'll directly start with the questions. We have more than 50 questions which have been shared, which have been clubbed together to about 35 questions. All questions which were messaged will be addressed one by one. Bhushan, you're there. The first question's for you.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So this was basically asked by Basu, Shilpa, and Swarda, all in different forms. For beginners, what is something you wish you knew before you started your journey? And any specific do's and don'ts?
एज अ बिगिनर में कहूँगा कि बहुत लोग है ना, मतलब फॉर वेट लॉस उनका टारगेट हमेशा वेट लॉस ही होता है टू बिगिन विथ. तो वेट लॉस शुड नॉट बी योर टारगेट. एज आई ऑलरेडी सेड, इट शुड बी योर training's byproduct. And other thing is to for doing weight loss, they do crash diets. I have also tried the same. So I wish I would have not done that. You are supposed to add weight training since beginning. Might be your quantity or your weights smaller weights, but you have to add weights in your training. No crash diets, and go slowly. Means I would suggest, if you are not a gym goer, just start getting up at 9 o'clock, then 8:30, then 8 o'clock. So start slowly. Don't abruptly jump to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and start running. So your body will not accept it. I have already tried these things in the past. When you get up at 5 o'clock on the very first day, you can do it on 2 days, 3 days, but eventually in next week you fail in it. So I would suggest start with very smaller, practically smaller steps. Regarding your time, gym time also, and your training time also. If routinely you get up at 8 o'clock, then start getting up at 7:30, then 7, then go up to the 6 o'clock. And avoid crash diets. In diet also, goes very slowly. If you are eating 4 chapatis in a day, then for a 15 days or 1 month, go on 3 chapatis, then 2 chapatis, then 1 chapati. Means whatever your plan is, go accordingly, but go slow. And do not forget to add muscle training since beginning. Many people just go for running. They don't do any kind of strength training, or only evening walks, or only morning walks. I think only walking will not help in any way. It's a routine activity, it's not an exercise. That's what I would say.
Thank you, Bhushan. We move on to the next question, which was by Basu and Mansi. This is to Bhushan. Any particular sources of information, any books, podcasts, or YouTube channels which helped you in planning your exercises, and specifically anything for calisthenics, any source of information?
Actually, I don't read books. I have followed some Instagram pages, some YouTube channels. So I will share that list on our group also. Means those are not very authentic. I don't know, but I used to like to see those videos. Uh, regarding calisthenics specifically, because calisthenics में ना trainer मिलना is very difficult. Last 1.5 years से I was training with my trainer, but उसे भी calisthenics का proper idea नहीं है. So मैंने थोड़ा वीडियोस देख के थोड़े इंस्टाग्राम पेजेस को सिंस लास्ट 1.5 ईयर में फॉलो करके थोड़ा थोड़ा उसमें नॉलेज कर रहा हूँ, और उसमें हाउ टू प्रोग्रेस इन योर कैलिस्थेनिक स्किल्स, उसमें कुछ इंस्टाग्राम पेजेस और कुछ यूट्यूब चैनल से मुझे बहुत हेल्प किया है. सो टू नेम फ्यू, आई डोंट नो एवरीवन विल रिकॉल दीज थिंग्स लेटर. सम आई हैव मेड अ लिस्ट ऑफ इट. Some Insta or YouTube channels: Yellow Dude, Kirtan Fit, Body by Mark. So there are almost 9 to 10 channels and Instagram pages. So I will share this list after our session on our group. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
Thank
Please
you.
share it so we all can
Oh,
benefit.
but I have not read any book on.
Next,
No, I also don't read books. I prefer YouTube only.
so next question again for Bhushan. What equipments do you use at home? Basu was asking this, and even others can join with their opinion. Salil and Anurag is.
Yeah.
For strength training, I go to gym for my mother I have purchased one dumbbell set which is available on Amazon, in which a single dumbbell can carry almost 24 kg of weight, and you can adjust weight as per your need. Means you can adjust from 2 kg, 3 kg to 24 kg in a single dumbbell. So it is available on Amazon. It costs around 13 to 15,000 rupees. I have resistance band at home. Means if we are going at some any trip, or we are out station, so we can carry those resistance band, because carrying weights is not feasible and it's not possible practically every time. For calisthenic point of view, I have calisthenic rings at my home. I have one pull-up bar. I have push-up stand. I have parallel bars, which is almost 3 to 4 feet in height, and I have parallettes. Many people might not be knowing what are parallettes, so I will share those photos also on the group. So I have these things at my home for practicing calisthenics and weight training, and I have one bench also, which has facility of inclination and decline bench also.
Please share the list and pictures of what you said as well.
So
Yeah.
notes of this lecture will be shared on the group.
Shared certainly. He has covered
I think
almost all of the equipment you need for any kind of exercise. And Decathlon or Amazon have a lot of multi-exercise in one or all-in-one kind of things, which probably can fit in one corner of your room, and you can do a lot of stuff on that. So it can be with a bench or without a bench, as he has a separate bench. That should be enough for a basic exercise or even a consistent exercise at home. A dumbbell set, weights are essential, and
But I think dumbbell set and
other
pull-up bar,
wristbands, perfect, whatever you want.
everyone should
Hmm.
have it.
So we move to the next question. So this was asked by Sonali and Basu, and Anurag, we want you to answer it. Are body composition skills really useful, and how do you measure progress in your fitness journey?
So, see, it's very important to know what your goal is. The body composition scales that are currently available in the market, they are extremely costly. A good body composition scale will cost you between around 15 to 25,000. And it's really not necessary if you look at it, because we are not bodybuilders. We don't have to participate in some competition for which we need these body composition scales. What does these body composition scales measure? They help you to track your body fat percentage, your visceral fat percentage, your muscle mass, your metabolic age, etc. But if you're working on your health, I feel it is enough if you keep a track of your body measurements, like the neck circumference, chest, waist, abdomen, hip, and mid-arm circumference. If you can do that, keep a tracking sheet with you and measure it on a weekly basis, and also track your body weight. If you are able to do this, you will be fairly on your track to achieve your goal. If you want to track your body fat percentage, there are two simple methods that you can use. One is the visual analog scale. If you search on Google, you will get a picture with 6 different photographs, and you compare yourself with that photograph and judge how much of the body fat percentage that you have. Another method is the caliper method. It's a very simple device. You can get it on Amazon. 300 rupees. You can use a caliper to measure the thickness of your abdominal skin, and there is a chart along with it. And you just look at the chart and how much is your approximate body fat percentage. This method is not very accurate, but it gives you a fairly rough idea. So yes, these are the methods which you can use to track your progress. There is no need to actually invest in some body composition skills.
Okay. Next question is for Salil. Is running harmful for the knees? And for new runners, as well as those who want to pursue this into 40s and 50s, what care do they have to take?
Right. This is a question that a lot of fellow runners also are wondering about, and orthopedics are divided on this. Some people say it is fine, some people say it is not fine. Running, if done properly, it is not harmful for your knees as such, because yes, it is a high impact activity. It is going to cause some wear and tear of your knees. I wouldn't. I think that it actually keeps your joints more healthy if it is done right. And with running, use good shoes, and it doesn't have to be a really expensive one like a 25,000-30,000 shoe. That those are for performance athletes. You can just skip those. But a comfortable shoe, changing the shoes every year, or depending on whatever mileage you're having. I generally change my shoes anywhere between 800 kilometers to 1,200 kilometers approximately. So that is what my strategy is. Or if the shoe starts feeling a bit wobbly. And finally, with running, before running, having a nice, not a very prolonged one, but a basic stretching session to get your joints all free, just to before you start the run. And after running as well, having a proper stretching and not a massage session, but you have massage guns, you have foam rollers, whichever gets your muscles to relax. Those things are really important. Because I've gone through this of not stretching and everything, and I ended up with plantar fasciitis. It took a long time to recover from that, and that was all the reason of not stretching properly. So these things, if you do, then your knees are going to be safe. And also, strength training. So it's not just running. If you exercise, you need to have some kind of muscle strengthening program in place to strengthen your quads, your hamstrings, everything, the entire body as well. If you need a good strong core for that. So strength training, running properly, stretching before and after the workout, and finally eating right. Your protein intake should be good. Your calcium intake should be good. So when you have all of these things in balance, running is not going to give you bad knees. It'll actually improve your knee health, and you won't have to go for, let's say, knee replacements in the future. That's what I think. Where are the orthos in the group? The orthos in the
Can I
group should
ask
weigh on this.
question?
बोलो बसु क्या बोल रहे हो?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I ask something like right now?
Yeah.
The dumbbells and weights that you are talking about, can we totally avoid it and just do push-ups or pull-ups or squats, and will that be sufficient for weight training? Like, I'm not a very gym person, so is that enough without the external weights, just your own body weight if you use?
From my side, body weight exercises are more than enough. I mean, with my body weight of right now, today it was 82 kgs. Like, I have all the weight that are required to improve my muscle strength. But dumbbells
I
do
think
help, definitely, yes. But body weight exercises are very underrated. I mean, if you do only body weight exercises, even then you have like a whole new level of fitness.
So when you say body weight exercise,
think-
is it just like the push-ups and planks or anything specific?
Well, Bhushan has a whole list of body weight exercises that you can do.
Yeah,
You
I
can
think
see
this
his
question was being
yes,
addressed later also. Bhushan, you want to
yes.
take it right now? Sonali had asked this, do we really need to lift weights? Is cardio and calisthenics not enough, Bhushan?
एक्चुअली मेरे हिसाब से ना बॉडी वेट एक्सरसाइजेस आर इक्विवेलेंट टू वेट एक्सरसाइजेस. So in routine weight training, we have some progression, like you can increase the weights. So in body weight exercises also there are some difficulty levels. अभी जो लोग भी पुशअप्स चालू करते हैं तो सीधा फर्स्ट लेवल पे पुशअप किसी को नहीं आता है. पहले हम लोग नीज ग्राउंड में टच करके पुशअप्स करेंगे, उसके बाद नीज ऊपर उठा के पुशअप्स करेंगे, उसके बाद पुशअप्स में डिफरेंट वेरिएशंस है, जैसे वन आर्म पुशअप है, आर्चर पुशअप्स है, नैरो पुशअप्स है. So you can increase difficulty level in body weight exercises also, and those are as good as your weight training. And we should not differentiate between body weight exercises and gym workouts. Both are same, but in both exercises progression is must. So if you are not progressing beyond push-up, then you have to go to the gym. सिर्फ आप रोज 10 पुशअप्स कर रहे हो और आफ्टर 6 months ऑल्सो इफ यू आर डूइंग ओनली 10 पुशअप्स, देन इट वोंट वर्क. सो आपको पुशअप्स में भी प्रोग्रेशन, मतलब वेटेड पुशअप्स करना होगा. आप जैसे मानसी ने बोला कि हम लोग प्लैंक कर सकते हैं, हाँ डेफिनेटली प्लैंक कर सकते हैं, बट उसमें तुम्हारा टाइम में प्रोग्रेशन होना चाहिए. या फिर कोई हाई इंटेंसिटी वर्कआउट होने के इमीडिएटली बाद प्लैंक होल्ड करने चाहिए. सो प्रोग्रेशन अगर आप आपके बॉडी वेट एक्सरसाइज में घर पे कर पा रहे हो, देन इट इज़ एब्सोल्युटली इनफ. एंड वेट ट्रेनिंग से मतलब आगे शायद ये पॉइंट वापस कवर होगा कि हमारा जब भी मसल मास बढ़ेगा, whether you are doing your body weight exercises or gym exercises, when you increase your muscle mass, your basal metabolic rate also increases, and it gives you a margin of your calorie requirements. You can have more calories in your daily diet, so it is an advantage of your muscle training. So not only body workouts, but if you don't have weights at your home, you can use resistance bands. Resistance bands में भी अलग अलग ग्रेड्स आते हैं, मीन्स कलर कोडिंग आते हैं, ब्लैक, ग्रीन, पर्पल. सो अकॉर्डिंगली उसका हार्डनेस या इलास्टिसिटी भी डिफरेंशिएट होता है. इट acts as your weights only, and body weights are also enough, but only if you are doing it progressively. Means if you are increasing your difficulty level in your body weight training. सिर्फ आप प्लैंक कर रहे हो, 6 महीने बाद भी सेम 1 मिनट प्लैंक कर रहे हो, सो इट वोंट हेल्प.
अनुराग, हार्डकोर जिमर, आपका क्या कहना है इस पे?
Definitely one can use simple body weights, simple dumbbells at home, or you can use body weights for your exercises. Depends on how comfortable you are. And for me, availability of gym is very easy. मेरे घर के 500 मीटर के रेडियस में 4 जिम हैं, and I don't have to travel much during my days. So I have a very easy access to the gym. That is why I opted to go to the gym every day. I feel it is very easy to bring progression if you are working out in the gym with all the equipment and machineries that you have.
That is
So,
true.
but if you find difficult to go to the gym every day, then yes, you can do with simple dumbbells or body weight at home also. Being consistent is what is more important rather than focusing more on the technique first.
एंड आई वुड ऐड वन मोर पॉइंट, जो भी चालू करना है थोड़ा जल्दी चालू करो. थोड़ा 45 के बाद अपना ना चालू हो गया ना, तो अपना कितना भी जिम अगर घर में भी आ गए तो भी हम लोग नहीं कर सकेंगे ऐसे.
Okay.
Salil, I want to add something here regarding what you said about running.
बोलिए ना.
So definitely running is a very good thing to do, but for someone, if he is in his BMI of more than 28-30, if that person directly starts running,
Correct.
it is going to cause a lot of damage to the joint.
Yes.
I
Yes,
feel that
definitely.
one should first try to walk more and then gradually bring down your body weight. Gradually add running in your schedule. ऑल्सो रनिंग आपको ऐसा नहीं है कि 10 किलोमीटर दौड़ना है तो पूरा 10 किलोमीटर आप भाग ही रहे हो. स्टार्ट स्लो, वॉक फॉर 200 meters, run for 50 meters. Gradually you increase your run time, gradually decrease the walk time, and then progress.
Completely agree.
The next question is from Uttar. Uttar, you're awake, no? So this question goes to Salil. Basically, what is your typical
Okay.
workout? session like any pre-workout stretch, what is the right form of exercise, any cool down exercise you do, and the importance of rest.
Hmm. Now I'll be just preaching. It's not exactly what I practice. Yes, the workout. My workouts are running, cycling, swimming, and strength training. It's a like yeah, हर दिन कुछ अलग होता है. तो उसमें the constant is strength training is twice a week. That is always there. Running right now because I'm preparing for the border. Running is thrice a week right now. And swimming and cycling has gone to alternate weeks. Otherwise, it was, अलग होता था. Depending जो भी event आ रहा है उस पे था सब. Before the actual workout, yes, stretching is important. That ही नींद से उठ के जाना is not a good idea. You're going to end up, twisting something or pulling something. ये होने ही वाला है. And during the exercise, if you're doing gym or you're doing body weight, जो भी आप कर रहे हो, the right form is extremely important. अगर आप नया सीख रहे हो, तो always do go with the right form. And for that, if you need a trainer, that is fine. Take a trainer and उससे कीजिए. Yeah, if you have a friend, you can tell you उससे कीजिए. Because if you have the right form for anything, your gains are going to be
Right. Okay. Yeah, so we'll go on to the next question then, Salil. Hello?
Okay, yeah, right form is important. And stretching and cool down, हर exercise के बाद करना ही करना. Yes, that's it.
Again, this was also asked by Uttar. Salil, how should one gradually increase endurance training and how to identify one's physical limit and push boundaries gradually?
Graduate. Push graduate. Can you hear me well? I'm not sure. मुझे video दिख रही है, but Nirali, is it fine? Am I audible?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. I think he's disconnected again, Salil. Bhushan, you want to take that question while Salil connects back?
Will you please repeat it again?
How gradually should one increase endurance training? How to identify one's physical limit and push boundaries gradually?
Okay. So
Okay, sir.
the question is in two parts. The first
Okay,
one
sir.
is how to. Acha, okay.
बोल
Bhushan, घेतोय का मी
Follow
घेऊ?
any one of you.
Okay.
Salil, बोल ना.
The first one is how to increase your endurance. The easiest or it's a like to follow a structured way, you can go for 10% rule kind of thing.
अटक रहा है.
You can have a 10% increase.
सलील तुझा आवाज येत नाही बरोबर.
Bhushan, do something. Take this question. I think Salil will sort it out till then, hopefully. Or you can.
Okay, I have also started running almost 1 year back. So my plan was I would have started with walking. I had hired one trainer for this for 3 months. So they had advised to have walk run intervals like 1 kilometer running and 1 kilometer walking. Then I used to increase my running intervals and decreasing or keeping constant my walking intervals. After that, the second important thing was to check on your heart rate. There are almost 5 zones according to your age in heart rate: zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 4, and zone 5. So there are some safe zones like zone 3 and zone 4 running are safer zone to run. So if your heart rate is going beyond your safer zone, so you are supposed to decrease your speed while running, and you can have a walk interval in between. So gradually I have increased my stamina, my endurance, and now As I said, I could manage to complete my half marathon with some decent time. So I would say uh, start with walk run interval, but before starting your session and after finishing your session, straight warm up and stretching is very much important, as Salil already mentioned, to prevent injuries. Stretching is very much important after running because it is a high impact exercise, and many people don't bother to monitor their heart rates. They just keep watch on their pace and distance. So but I would say you are supposed to keep watch on your heart rate and time. Those two things are more important than your pace and distance. Still, if though you are a very pro runner, so I would say heart rate and these things are very important. So go slow and start with walk run sessions.
What we can just add in this, most
Yeah.
like 80% of your workout should be like comfortably
Correct.
hard. You should be able to talk when you're working out. Speak normally with your partner, with your friends when you're working out. If you're running, you can have a conversation while you're running. 20%, yes, at that time you're pushing hard, you're doing some high intensity work, otherwise that is good. But 70 to 80% comfortable workouts, 20% you can push. And then keep on like increasing the duration as Bhushan said. And to push your limits, there is something what I also try to read about this. It's very simple. You can just have something known as a good stress and a bad stress. So good stress is after workout, yes, you have that muscle soreness, you have some burning in your muscles, all that is good, a high heart rate, but that it comes back to baseline fast. In a few hours, you're back to baseline. That is the first thing. And the second thing, the soreness should fade in a day or so. That is a good kind of stress that you're putting on your body. But in case you're having constant aches and pains, जो हफ्ता भर चल रहा है आपका, fatigue इतना है काम में, like your profession is getting hampered, and even rest sharp joint pains वगैरह आपको हो रहे, then that is bad stress. That is something we should not do. If you're reaching that stage, back off. कम कर दो intensity workout की. You can then like go for the good stress, not the bad stress. And the rest, उसने last में how important rest जैसे I think already cover किया हुआ है. Rest is very important. That is something I'm like very lacking in, कि rest अच्छा लेना चाहिए. I'm trying to build up to that, so not a very good person to comment on that, but rest is important.
Okay. So I just add one thing. I realized that this four of us, all four to some extent, are early to bed, early to rise. We had one or two meetings. We would make sure we start by 9:30 because everyone had to sleep off, and we were messaging by 5:30 a.m. the next day also based on what we had
Yes.
discussed in the meeting the earlier day. So everyone was up by that time in this group.
5 o'clock is generally the wake up time होता ही है उसके पहले.
Yeah, I mean mine is 5:15, 5:30. I think even Anurag, Bhushan are up at similar
Up at that
times.
time.
So the next question is from Basu. Anurag will be taking it. Why do most people find it difficult to lose weight, and which habits keep them in check?
Yes. So to answer this question, I first want to address as to why people are gaining weight. So basically, the lifestyle of everyone has changed. We are not moving enough. We are not drinking enough water. We are not eating the right kind of food that we used to, say, 20 years ago. And people want to lose weight following the same lifestyle that they are following. So this is the main reason why people find it difficult to lose weight. If you are following the same lifestyle which you have been following for the past 10 years and you have gained so much of weight, how the hell can you expect yourself to lose weight if you don't change the basic reason why you have gained weight? So it is very important to work on the basics. People opt for shortcuts. They want quick results. This doesn't work that way. Even if you lose weight by following some shortcut, you are bound to regain that weight. And in fact, it will damage your health. The habits which are non-negotiable for me, ये तो करना ही है, is getting at least 7 hours of sleep every day. I generally sleep at 10, I get up at 5. This has been the norm for me since past 1 year, and I'm enjoying it a lot. The second habit, which is non-negotiable for me, is I walk as much as I can. Even if I am not taking out separate time for walking, I make sure that I'm walking while I'm working. So whenever I'm in the medical college, if I want to go from one building to the other, I prefer to walk instead of taking my vehicle. I prefer to take the stairs whenever I'm going up or down. I don't generally use the lift. I drink at least 4 to 5 liters of water every day. This is the most important habit. In my food, I prefer to eat more of veggies and more of protein, and I have limited my carb source to very less. I have avoided sugar, I'm avoiding maida, I'm avoiding oil in my cooking. So these are the basic habits which I feel should be non-negotiable for all of us in our age now, because if we don't follow these habits, it will be very difficult to lose weight. It will be very difficult to get to the health that you want for yourself.
Okay. The next question. Sorry, yeah, continue.
So these habits, they have to be part of your life. It's not that हमको ये habits कुछ टाइम के लिए करना है जब तक हमारा weight कम हो रहा है, and then we will be back to our old lifestyle. No, you will again gain weight. So enjoy these habits. It's very important to enjoy them. If you are doing it out of force, आप कभी ना कभी इसको छोड़ने वाले हो.
Next question is again for Anurag. It was from Pratik and Sonal Thakur. How to overcome the weight loss plateau?
Yes. So if suppose someone is working on his weight, wants to bring down his weight, and the person has reached a plateau beyond which he is not able to lose weight. So the first thing that I would advise is to recheck your diet. Because most of the times, the reason for your plateau is because you are eating something which is adding to your calories and you are not in a deficit. It might be some snack, it might be some tea with milk or sugar, anything. It can be anything which you're not accounting for. First, recheck your diet. In 90% of the cases, the reason is that you are not in a deficit. If suppose you are in a deficit but you are still not losing weight, the next important reason may be that your BMR has actually reduced and your body is adjusting to these low calories that you are eating. So it's a good idea to increase 100 to 200 calories in your diet, focus more on your strength training, add one exercise apart from what you have been doing. Like say walk for 15-20 minutes after dinner, take a staircase, and whenever you are instead of a lift, and be consistent in whatever you are doing. See, the weight loss plateau will happen with all of us when we are working on our health. But the key to overcome this plateau is to be consistent. Most of the time it happens that हमको ऐसा लगता है कि हम यार सही तो खा रहे हैं, फिर भी वेट कम नहीं हो रहा है, and then we tend to feel के कम खा के भी तो वेट कम नहीं हुआ ना, चलो आज ये खा लेते हैं. So it will actually hamper your progress. So be consistent. Recheck your diet first.
Next question is from Shilpa. Bhushan will be taking this question. What to do for a toned body look and not just be in the ideal weight category?
टोन्ड बॉडी लुक, ये थोड़ा मुझे फैंसी वर्ड लग रहा है. जिसे शिल्पा टोन्ड बॉडी मतलब बोल रही है, इट इज़ द नॉर्मल फॉर्म ऑफ योर बॉडी एक्चुअली. आई थिंक सो. मतलब मेरे हिसाब से जब भी आप यू स्टार्ट योर वेट लॉस जर्नी एंड एड योर स्ट्रेंथ ट्रेनिंग, सो ऑटोमेटिकली आपका फैट परसेंटेज जैसे बॉडी में कम होना चालू होगा, इट विल गिव यू अ टोन बॉडी लुक. द ओनली पॉइंट आई वुड सजेस्ट, मतलब ये मेरा पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस है, सलील थोड़ा बेटर बताएगा. व्हेन आई हैव स्टार्टेड एक्सट्रीम, मतलब ज़्यादा रनिंग जब भी मैंने चालू किया, जिस भी महीने में, जिस मंथ में मैंने ज़्यादा रनिंग किया है, ऑलमोस्ट 20 और 30 किलोमीटर पर मंथ ऐसे. सो आई हैव started losing my muscles. I don't know whether it's right. Salil, hello. तो
बोल
मसल लॉस
बोल बोल
ऑब्झर्व
ऐकतोय बोल ना.
हां रनिंग करताना मला मी मसल लॉस खूप कॉमनली ऑब्झर्व केलेला आहे त्यामुळे दॅट्स वाय आय हॅव लिमिटेड माय रनिंग क्वांटिटी. So coming back to the point tone body look, so I decrease my this high intensity workout or cardio exercises. You are supposed to add more proteins in your diet and muscle training. All these things will give all these things will reduce your body fat percentage. It means that you will have a tone body. So there is nothing, it's not a different entity. Tone body is a very natural form of your body, but you are supposed to achieve it. And you should dream to die with it. मतलब मरने से पहले वो अपना फिगर देख के ही मरना है ऐसा.
Would you ask Bhushan ki does running, is there muscle loss in running? Running, after running, BJ Pahla, like this definitely I've become a lot slimmer than what I was earlier. Even my clothes, the earlier clothes, they are not fitting me as well. But my weight hasn't changed. I right now weigh 82 kg as I said today, and I probably appear slimmer than what I did at 75 kg. So I have lost quite a lot of fat. In running, if you concentrate on running only, like you run 5 days a week, then you're not training most of your other body parts. That size is going to be going down a bit. That I do agree. So, but if you're doing running, let's say twice a week, and बाकी time you're doing strength training, the other groups of muscles, upper limbs, core, chest, सब कुछ आप target कर रहे हो, तो you should not have like that much of muscle mass loss. But you do appear slimmer, definitely yes, because body fat हर जगह से कम होना with running, that is the fastest way to lose that, other than starving yourself. That would be my take on this.
But theoretically मैं एक point add करूँगा मतलब I don't know it's right or not wrong.
Hmm.
Walking
Mhm.
helps more for fat loss rather than running. Is that so?
No idea about that. I never could walk, like do a brisk walk. I still can't do a brisk walk. Either I can like stroll in the garden or I can run. वो बीच का part होता ही नहीं मुझसे.
I have experienced that incline walk is much better than running for fat loss.
Correct.
Okay. Nice.
Okay, next question is for Anurag. Pratik asked this. How to build motivation for heavy lifting and endurance training since it might lead to injury?
So I feel that heavy lifting is actually not necessary. And it should not be done. Ego lifting mat karo bhai log. First, you should be learning.
Right.
You should be learning what is the right form and technique for lifting. That is of utmost importance. And you should be hiring a trainer in the beginning of your journey for that. But at the same time, if you are lifting the same weight day in day out, रोज वही weight आप lift कर रहे हो, so you are not going to see the progress that you want. So yes, bringing progressive overload in your workout is essential. But ऐसा नहीं है कि आप 5 kg से biceps curl कर रहे हो and you want to do the biceps curl with 25 kgs. वो एकदम से नहीं होने वाला. You have to gradually build it up. So there is no motivation needed for heavy lifting. You should be consistently working on your progressive overload. At the same time, progressive overload cannot happen if your diet is not right. So focus on your diet, have more proteins, find a good trainer who can teach you the right form and technique, and then gradually build up your lifting capacity.
Okay, thanks, Anurag. Next question is for Salil. Basu asked this. Any quick workout suggestions if we are short of time?
Yes, lots of options we have. Depend on how much time you got. I mean, if you have time and plus you can go outside for half an hour, a quick 5 kilometer jog or run is really good. So you get in a nice workout, बाहर जाते हो, you feel good about it. So that is one option. In case बाहर जाना possible नहीं है, and weights या gym नहीं जाना, घर पे weights नहीं है, So just turn on YouTube and you can put in 30-minute workout. There are so many options there. I personally like the high intensity interval training because that gives you a complete, like it's a full body workout and it has everything. I mean, you want a 10-minute workout, you got 10-minute workout. You want a 20-minute workout, जो है 1 घंटे का भी मिल जाएगा आपको. So according to whatever time.
I think we've lost Salil again. He's having some network issue.
Can I add something for the previous question that was?
Yeah, sure. And yeah.
So before lifting heavy, I think even before starting your actual workout, it is very important to get a proper warm up for your workout. So apart from the mobility exercises that we do, generally जो warm up के लिए करते हैं, I prefer after doing that I always make sure that I do a warm up set, a couple of warm up sets before I start lifting my actual weight. So if suppose I'm bench pressing with say 50 kgs, that is my working set. So I do a warm up set of 4 to 5 repetitions with 50% of the weight. Say 25 kg के साथ में पहले 4-5 reps करो. Then with 75% of the weight, you do again 4 to 5 reps, and then you start lifting the 50 kg weight. This really helps us in judging as to how much is our capacity. If you are able to do a repetition, say 12 to 15 reps in any set with a particular weight, and you are reaching till failure with that weight, that means that particular weight is ideal for you. अगर आप 15 reps तक कर रहे हो but you have still not reached your failure, that means the weight is too less for you. And if you're not able to reach even 8 reps with a particular weight, then that weight is too heavy for you.
Okay. Anurag, next question is also for you. Your Pratik asked this. Your comments on counting calories and staying in a deficit state.
Counting calories is actually not very easy for anyone. It sometimes can be difficult. If you want to lose weight, if you want to lose fat, it is very essential that you be in a deficit, because however heavy exercise you are doing, but if you are not in a state of deficit, you are not going to lose fat, you are not going to lose weight. Now, what are the methods by which we can count our calories? So before counting the calories, one must need to understand why this calorie concept is necessary. So basically, the weight loss or fat loss will happen whenever you are consuming lesser calories than the amount of calories that you are burning. The amount of calories that our body burns, it has basically 4 components. The first is the BMR, which contributes to at least 60 to 70% of the total calorie that the body is burning. The next is the NEAT, that is the non-exercise related activities. इसमें क्या आता है? बेसिकली आप आपके डेली रूटीन में जो भी वॉकिंग करते हो, आपके काम पे जाने के लिए आप चल रहे हो, आप स्टेयरकेस ले रहे हो, आप उठ के आपके बेड से उठ के आप वॉशरूम जा रहे हो, आप आपके ऑफिस में थोड़ा बहुत चल रहे हो, दिस फॉर्म्स द नीट. द नीट contributes to at least 20% of the total calories burnt. Next comes the thermal effect of food. Whatever food we are eating, that needs to be digested. And ये डाइजेशन में जो एनर्जी बर्न होती है, जो कैलोरीज बर्न होती है, दैट इज कॉल्ड द थर्मिक इफेक्ट ऑफ फूड, which is around 5 to 10%. And the last component is exercise related activity. Any guesses how much is the contribution of exercise related activity? It is hardly 5 to 10%. तो आप जितना भी एक्सरसाइज कर रहे हो, आप रनिंग कर रहे हो, आप जिम में वेट्स लिफ्ट कर रहे हो, यू आर एक्चुअली नॉट बर्निंग मोर देन 10%. So increasing more exercise is not the way to lose fat. The major contributors of burning calories is your BMR and your NEAT. So focus more on increasing these. How can you increase your BMR? Basically by increasing your muscle mass. So here strength training is essential. Along with strength training, you should be also consuming enough protein, because protein नहीं खाया ज़्यादा आपके diet के through तो आपका muscle mass नहीं बढ़ने वाला. Eating more protein will also increase the TDE, that is the thermic effect of food. And the next thing to increase is the NEAT. तो बेसिकली आप एक्सरसाइज बढ़ाने के बजाय आप आपके डेली रूटीन में थोड़ा बहुत वॉकिंग बढ़ाओ. जैसे कि मैंने पहले बोला कि थोड़ा सा चलना बढ़ाओ, थोड़ा स्टेयरकेस बढ़ाना, चढ़ना बढ़ाओ. तो focus more on increasing these two components, that is the BMR and the NEAT. Now, if suppose you want to count your calories, there are a lot of apps that are available which you can use, like Healthify Me, MyFitnessPal, Fitter, etc. You can count your raw food before cooking them, which I find it personally very difficult, because अकेले के लिए raw food को measure करके उसको cook करना is very difficult. But you can also try to track your cooked food. Like if you add it in the app that I had one chapati, I had one bowl of rice, I had one bowl of dal, the app will track your calories and tell it to you. If you don't want to do that, you can still try to count your calories by, you can try to be in a deficit by using some other methods such as portion control. Use smaller plates while you're eating instead of a bigger plate, because our mind tricks us. If we are eating from a smaller plate, we tend to achieve satiety very early. One more thing which I follow is I eat only till I feel that I'm 80% full. I avoid eating till I am full. And थोड़ा बहुत भूख बाकी रहना चाहिए whenever you are eating. I include more salads in my diet, and I make sure that I'm getting at least 20 to 30 grams of protein in each meal. It's a good idea to divide your calories and divide your total proteins in each meal of your day. So let's suppose you are eating 4 meals a day, like breakfast, lunch, evening snack, and dinner. If you want to consume, say, 2000 calories each day, so divide it. Try to consume 400 to 500 calories in each of your meals. And if your protein requirement is, say, 80 to 100 grams a day, divide this protein too. It is not practically possible to consume 50 to 60 grams of protein in one meal. It's very difficult. But it becomes easy when you try to include 20 grams of protein in each of your meals.
Okay. Thanks, Anurag. Next question again is to you. We are going to bombard Anurag with a lot of nutrition questions. How do you manage cravings, sugar cravings in particular, and otherwise general cravings, and how do you control hunger? This was asked by Swarda, Pratik, Sonal Thakur, Ashish Valsange.
मैं भी
मुझे लगता है ना कि ये जो क्रेविंग, ये जो कंसेप्ट है ना, it happens because you are starving yourself. If you are eating the right way, you will never feel craving for something. Craving happens whenever we are starving our body. Like if you are on your weight loss journey and you decide that I will eat only 2 meals a day, and you have eaten your breakfast or brunch, say, at 10 or 11 a.m. and you want to eat your dinner at, say, 6 or 7 p.m., ये जो बीच का time है, it is very difficult to control your hunger. So instead of trying to manage your cravings, I feel it is necessary to manage the timing of your meals, what food you are eating in those meals. Include more veggies and more proteins in each of your meal. This will help you to feel satiety for at least 3 to 4 hours. At the same time, I am a big foodie, as everybody knows. I love to eat chocolates and ice creams. ऐसा नहीं है कि मैंने ये सब खाना बंद कर दिया है. I do eat them in between. मुझे हर खाने के बाद एक्चुअली कुछ मीठा खाने की इच्छा होती है. So I do eat a little bit of sweet after each of my meals, but I make sure that I am still in a deficit eating that thing. So eat more frequently. I know this will contradict with the concept of intermittent fasting, but I am a big believer of counting your calories, staying in a deficit. Even if you are eating 5 to 6 meals a day, that is fine, I guess.
Okay.
Okay,
अनुराग,
then,
just one thing यार, cravings सबको होते हैं यार, ये पूरा खाने का भी cravings तो होता ही है ना.
I'll tell you, after a difficult work day, you feel like having a good meal. That is my reason. Sometimes I go overboard. That is the thing that stops me sometimes. Right.
भी होता ही है.
You have,
Comfort food kind of.
I think sometimes these cravings also stem from like stress
Stress.
or like you're not hungry, but you from childhood you turn to food as a comfort. So you're not hungry, but you just want to eat a good meal. That requires a separate. You need to address that underlying stress. I think.
I think
I
being Sindhi
agree
and
with what
Gujarat,
Mansi says. Basically, the relationship we have with food,
Sindhis and
it
Gujaratis
is
is very
built
strong,
since
I
our
feel.
childhood. It is often a reward for doing something good. It is often a stress buster when something goes wrong. So the basic reason of why we have that craving to some extent should be addressed, and we should change. Like what even Basu was saying, that after a hard day of work, you need good food. This is a way of stress relief for people.
Definitely.
Uh, so we need to address the reason behind it and try to change the thinking or the mindset. One other thing I would add is similar to what Anurag said is cravings happen more when your other meals are not packed with the nutrition required. So I have seen my evening cravings really depend on the kind of breakfast I've eaten. If
Oh.
I've had a high protein, high fiber breakfast, meaning lots of proteins and fruits, veggies, and no refined food, then you tend to feel fuller, longer, and have lesser cravings at the end of the day.
I agree
ये
with
try
Nirali
करना
on
पड़ेगा.
this actually that I recently started having oats and protein powder sort of mix like a porridge. And if I have that in the morning, at least till 4 a.m., I don't get any cravings that I want to eat pani puri because now I work at Reliance and Nita Bhabi provides us pani puri all the time. So it's very readily available. So we don't want that craving has reduced since the protein intake has increased. So if your protein intake increases, your satiety improves, and if your satiety is already achieved, you don't get that craving.
And one other thing I want to add is always when you have a craving, first drink 2 glasses of water. Sometimes we mistake hunger and thirst also. And very often after those 2 glasses of water, if you still wait 10 minutes, then at least 50% of the cravings will disappear.
Go man. Nice.
I want to add something here.
Yeah.
Like Nirali said that most of the times when we feel hungry, it is actually not the hunger, it is basically the thirst. But also one should learn how to bear with this hunger for some time. Because that is the time when your body is actually trying to burn the fat. And if you eat something at that time, that process gets disturbed. So learn to sit with that hunger. Try to do something which you enjoy. Take your mind off that hunger. Occupy yourself with something. Drink 2 glasses of water. Drinking a cup of black coffee helps me a lot because it not only suppresses that hunger, but it also helps me to feel satiated for the next 2 hours.
Black coffee, definitely yes. Lifesaver.
Yeah. Next question is again to Anurag. Protein supplements. How to control evening hunger if I'm not taking protein supplements due to irritable bowel syndrome? Sonal Thakur asked this.
So, personally, I feel taking protein supplements is not at all necessary for anyone. If you are able to consume enough protein through your food. So you should be aware that what are your goals, what is the requirement of your body with regards to protein. Most of the times it is very practical and manageable to include more proteins in your food and fulfill your requirement. I generally eat around 80 to 90 grams of protein through my food. And I take 1 scoop of whey protein every day because my requirement is 120 grams of protein a day. But when someone, because of some medical issue, is not able to take protein supplements, you can try to include more protein in your diet. And like she asked that evening hunger क्यों होता है, Nirali beautifully answered this. When your breakfast is not having enough protein and fiber, you tend to feel hungry during the evening. So have good protein rich food in the morning as well as your lunch. I personally prefer to finish off at least 80% of my protein requirement in the breakfast and lunch, and I try to eat lesser protein in my evening. Because during the night when you are sleeping, it's also difficult for your body to digest that amount of protein.
Anurag, any specific proteins you'd recommend, like more easily digestible? Like people who are not very used to having a high protein diet, normal खाने में क्या लेना चाहिए?
So that is one of the question.
अच्छा आ रहा है क्या आगे? Okay.
Actually, the very next question are the vegetable sources of protein.
हाँ, right. Okay.
In the non-veg category, eating an egg is nothing like it. I mean, egg is the best form of protein that you can have. I would rate it even better than the chicken or the mutton or fish. For those who can't eat chicken, for them, I feel try to include that source of protein which is readily available for you and which is very easy to make at your home. It can differ with everybody. मेरे घर पे पनीर बहुत बनता है, so I eat at least 100 grams of paneer every day. I include more of sprouts in my salads. I also eat at least 3 to 4 cups of yogurt every day. I also consume minimum 50 grams of soya chunks every day. Soya chunks is an excellent source of protein. It has almost double the amount of protein as compared to paneer. There are a lot of recipes that you can make with the soya. So these are the vegetables.
Anurag, any specific yogurt brand you would recommend? कि बहुत सारे है ना कि इसमें इतना protein content है, उसमें उतना है. Which one do you suggest खाने के लिए?
So yogurt you can actually make at home also by using a steamer. You can do that. If you don't have a liberty of making the yogurt at home, you can try Epigamia or the Milky Mist yogurt.
Which is your personal favorite उसमें?
इसका अवेलेबिलिटी मेरे सिटी में बहुत रेडिली नहीं रहता है, तो जो भी मिला वो मैं लेता हूँ.
अच्छा.
Both are good.
Both are good.
Regarding soya chunks, what Anurag said, I'll just add to it. I somehow don't like the taste too much of soya chunks or tofu. What I've started adding is soya granules. It's very easy. You just have to boil water, put them in that for 5-10 minutes, and then you can add it to whatever you want. If you're making dhoklas or chila, or you're making stuffed paratha, or even in your routine atta, anywhere, whatever you're making, it will get mixed easily and just increase the protein content. So if you don't find soya very palatable, this is a good way of adding it to any meal.
ये flour भी मिलता है ना, protein वाला flour मिलता है. You get protein flour also. You can just add it to whatever you want.
हाँ, so soya का flour भी आता है. Yeah. This question was added right now, but Anurag, I think you can take it right now. What is your opinion about people being vegan and any particular type of milk or paneer which you recommend, like cow milk, buffalo milk, which milk and which paneer?
With buffalo milk, it has a higher fat content. So I prefer the cow milk at my home. We don't get buffalo milk. We only bring the cow milk. For vegan people, I think you can always try the soya, the tofu, and sprouts and dal and pulses.
What's your take on amino acid supplements? Easier than the digesting proteins? Especially people जिनका थोड़ा सा digestion का issue या फिर चीजें ले नहीं सकते, खा नहीं सकते.
I haven't done it. I don't have any personal experience with it. But yes, a lot of gym people, they consume a lot of...
They're pushing this, huh? Yes.
Amino acids like BCAA and arginine.
Yes.
I personally feel कि अगर आपके खाने में enough protein है ना, तो ये अलग से amino acid लेने का जरूरत नहीं है.
नहीं है. Okay.
I don't know. I have a thought. I don't know. Will amino acids, if they're just amino acids, do they sustain the digestive in the stomach, or like they more complex proteins will? I'm not sure. My biochemistry and digestion is long forgotten, but like collagen powders, they say will not sustain digestion, so there's no point taking it. That's what many people say.
Here,
Similarly,
GI वालों कोई तो anyone can weigh in on this.
Like oxy-rich water, water with oxygen.
We don't have
भाई मैं
answers
सुबह
to
पी
this.
के ऑक्सीरिच वाटर एक्स्ट्रा ऑक्सीजन के साथ पुनीत
Can
वाला
we
ग्रुप
go
को
on
भी
to the
प्रमोट कर
next
रहा है.
question? We've just gotten halfway through our list of questions.
बाप
So,
रे.
Anurag, and if Divya is there, we would like her inputs on this also. Does protein supplement affect kidney function, and do we need to monitor it? Atre was asking this.
I think Divya is here.
दिव्या is here.
ये दीपंकर है क्या?
हाँ
हाँ,
दीपंकर है.
दीपंकर भी है, पवन भी आया है,
Hi.
उर्वी आई है. Hi दिव्या.
Hi दिव्या.
Hi Nirali. Hi everyone. Hi Salil, Bhushan, Anurag. Very inspiring webinar. I am silently listening and learning. Just a point to Mansi's last. Hi Urvi. Mansi's last point. I am not sure about other amino acids formulations, but as nephrologist, we do use specific formulation of essential amino acids in specific kidney related diseases. These specific formulations are protected in the gut, and they are well absorbed, and they reach the bloodstream quite well. They come in tablet forms, and they are for specific kidney related. They are for nutrition in specific kidney related problems. So there is a way
Right.
to eat amino acid, and it will reach your bloodstream pretty well. So that was about amino acid. The last thing which Mansi was discussing. Now about protein, I would just give my 2 cents. I am like the least knowledgeable person to speak in this one, because I am not into fitness per se. The only exercise I do is for my mental health rather than for my physical health. But for as the protein thing goes, protein causes hyperfiltration in kidney, because kidney has to sustain that nitrogen load which you are adding. Nitrogenous waste removal is the primary function of your healthy kidney. There are studies which are looking at 1 year, 2 year data, which says that protein intake up to 3 grams per kg per day are quite safe, at least in short term. We do not have very long term data, and we do not have data above 3 gram per kg per day. If you are healthy, I would say that 3 gram per kg per day is okay it should be okay, at least in short term. There's no evidence of harm in short term till this amount of protein is taken. How much you take is completely dependent on your physical activity. If you're a sedentary person, then we recommend up to 1 gram per kg per day. Then if you are Salil level of fitness, then you should definitely take 2 to 2.5 gram per
I
kg
need
per day.
two.
And
I need 2 gram per kg. Yeah.
yeah, yes, definitely, because you're burning that much. No? You need to your muscles need to rebuild once they are
Right.
torn, and that they need to heal in a healthy way. So you need to take that. I would be little skeptical in actual value जो trials में use किया ना, वो 3.3 gram per kg per day है. तो 3.3 3.5 उससे ज़्यादा में I would be skeptical. And बहुत ही long term 5-10 years का data तो नहीं है. This is for completely healthy individuals. I would strongly recommend 60 to 70% of people who have kidney disease don't know that they have kidney disease till they are already in stage 2, stage 3. So if your kidney is compromised, or if you have any risk factor for kidney compromise like hypertension, diabetes, obesity, and many other factors, then you should be very skeptical of this high protein intake, because if you are at risk of kidney disease, then your hyperfiltration will add on to your kidney disease. and then this will definitely not be recommended. This high level will definitely not be recommended for you. Then your level comes to 0.8 to 1 gram per kg per day. We prefer plant-based proteins over animal-based proteins. Whey proteins are completely safe for kidneys. We get this a lot. Like almost everyone who's in the age of 20 to 30 comes and asks us this, that can we take whey protein? So whey proteins are okay, definitely not a problem. Creatine supplements, there are one thing about whey protein, people who have kidney stones or who have family history of kidney stones, that also many people don't know that they have kidney stones. They just or they have had once and they've forgotten about and all that. So whey protein causes increased calcium excretion in urine, and it causes acidic urine. So your risk of forming, so that is, again, you should drink lots of fluid with every kind of protein you are taking. Fluid is hyperfiltration. Increasing your protein intake, increase your fluid intake, and look for kidney stones. Creatine supplements, there are case reports that it can cause interstitial nephritis, it can cause ATN. So I would suggest that monitor your kidney function if you are regularly taking creatine supplements. Then there are anabolic steroids, which I don't know which gym people take. Again, close monitoring of kidney. We have seen all these patients, AKI with creatine supplement, anabolic steroids, and then immediately you stop them. The profile the patient walks in the clinic, वो वाला body building profile देख के ही हमको पता चलता है ये क्यों आया है हमारे पास. That kind of a profile is there. So that should be it. Yeah. Anything specific? मतलब more specific?
I think that answers it.
Yeah, but lots of my relatives, my cousins take creatine. Creatine for bodybuilding. So I'd advise them. This is news to me.
Okay.
They have to be careful.
Okay, great. Thanks, Divya. We have two guest speakers today. One of them was
supplement
Divya.
directly kidney को harm करेगा.
I have a question for Divya. Like, many people are recommending to drink a lot of water, which is, as you also said, like drink more and more water. So, should it be just plain water, or after a certain point, it should be mineralized water or something? Like, is there a real risk of?
No, see. Yeah, Mansi. Just one thing, to be very, very clear, don't disrespect your thirst. Do not drink loads of water when you are not very thirsty, if you are not taking very high protein supplements. If you are taking proteins less than 2 gram per kg per day, then you should just respect your thirst. I would personally recommend against drinking anything more than 3.5 liter of water if you are not on very high protein diet and not doing exercises. Anurag, Bhushan and Salil level ka exercises if you are not doing, then just respect your thirst. Thirst is a very good indicator of how much water should be drinking. बस जब thirsty हुआ तब उसमें दूसरी चीजें सोच के उसको भूल नहीं जाने का. That you should be respecting it in both the ways. Mineral water पे बहुत सारा studies हैं. There are various kinds of water which people have looked at. वो सब it's all fad. Nothing is helpful in that. You just end up spending money, and rather some of them can be harmful. Plain water, up to 3.5 liter if you are below 2 gram per kg of proteins. If you are above that and doing strenuous exercises, then you can increase it. But don't disrespect your thirst. Just respect your thirst and you will be fine. There are lots of problems with drinking excessive water also. So we should not end up there.
Divya, what is your take on RO water? I guess more.
Yeah, so I am not there's no evidence available. Like I am not aware of any evidence as a head-to-head comparison of RO water versus ye. But to our patients who are kidney disease patient, we prefer RO because it removes minerals and their kidneys cannot remove minerals. So that's why we prefer, we ask them to be on that. But for healthy individuals, I would say like it won't it won't harm because you have your kidneys which will remove extra whatever you take, and it might prevent you from basic deficiencies.
Also,
So
there one
that's
more
my
follow-up question on that, if you don't mind. One is, you said protein makes your urine acidic and increases kidney stones. Is there any
yeah.
logic to having alkaline water? That a lot of brands recommend alkaline water.
Yeah. So ये भी जो चीज है ना, alkaline water in kidney stone patients, ऐसे भी there are studies done in this. They are, see कैसा होगा ना, it will go to your gut first. Like water will not go directly to your bloodstream and then make your urine alkaline. Na? It will go to the gut. You drink it, and finally it won't make much of difference to your urine ka pH. That is dependent on your intake. So if you eat lots of fruits, vegetables, they are alkaline, they will make your urine alkaline. If you eat less of animal based protein which is very acidic, that will make your urine alkaline more than alkaline water. So at least till now, we don't recommend alkaline water for making urine alkaline for kidney disease, kidney stone patients.
So it's all mumbo jumbo.
But maybe abhi aage, yeah, I would say it's a fad, health fad kind of a thing. But definitely increasing fruit, vegetables, and decreasing animal protein intake will make your urine alkaline. Thanks so much, Divya. So we have
I want to add something.
Two guest speakers today. Yeah. Something more.
So
Go ahead,
whenever trying to calculate our protein requirement, whether it is 1 gram per kg or 2 gram per kg per body weight. So remember that if you are weighing 100 kilos, your protein require, and if you are working out, so your protein requirement will not be 200 grams per day, because with the 100 kilos that you are at least 30% fat. So it is the lean body mass which you should look at. So if your lean body mass is say 70%, so 70 kilos, so your total protein requirement even with 2 gram per kg body weight will be 140 grams and not 200 grams. In fact, if you're consuming 200 grams, you are actually consuming 3 grams per kg per body weight, which will be harmful to you.
Okay. I'm not aware of this. Okay, the next question was by Swarda, and I will be taking it. It's your input about intermittent fasting and how to be consistent in the long run. I will just agree first with what Anurag said, that at the end of the day, you have to be in a calorie deficit in some way or the other, whatever suits you. In my routine, intermittent fasting worked for me. Not necessary that it will work for everyone. I had a fixed work schedule, sleep wake schedule every day, so it was possible for me. So what I do now is 16/8 intermittent fasting, at least 4 to 5 days a week. But you can't start this from day one. I took almost 3 to 4.5 months till I reached this routine. I gradually delayed my breakfast time by half an hour over a span of a month or two. My dinner time, which was earlier 8:39, I made it 7:30, then gradually made it 6, and eventually was winding up all meals by 5:36. So give your body time to adjust if you want to do this. Go slow and listen to your body. If you're going to do it in a hurry, it will not sustain in the long term. And make sure that in your eating window, you are loading yourself with good, healthy food, lots of proteins, lots of fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats. Then your cravings also don't come and your body also gradually adapts to it. But if in your eating window, you're having more of sugar, you're having more of refined food, then you're going to get hunger pangs later. Plus, initial 1.5 months, staying hungry in the evening is not easy, but you have to give yourself and your body some time to adjust. Have lots of water, lots of hydration, and for me, black coffee or just plain lemon water helps. For some people, even green tea helps. And yeah, just go slow. Only then you can be consistent in the long run. And luckily, it has worked for me. And I have done 16/8 only. There are people who do day-to-day fasting. I mean, dinner to dinner, D2D fasting, or they do complete fasting few days a week and complete eating on other days. I was not comfortable with that. What I did was a 9 to 5 or 9 to 6 eating window and empty stomach at the other times. Okay. Then we'll go on to the next question then. This is for Anurag. This was my question to him. How does stress affect your diet and how do you tackle it?
I guess we have already answered this question previously.
Yeah.
We need to stop our minds to focusing on food with respect to our stress, and also we need to stop ourselves rewarding ourselves with food whenever we are doing something good or a difficult thing. Because ultimately when we do that, we tend to regret later कि ये क्यों खाया मैंने. Learn to handle stress better. Drink water, drink a cup of black coffee, engage your mind in something which you enjoy, spend time with your kids, go out for a walk. Most of the times, that sudden craving of eating something when you are stressful, it goes away. But stop relating the stress and rewards with food is what I would say.
Next question is again to you from Shilpa. Role of multivitamin, calcium and mineral supplements, when to take them, how frequently and for how long, and are there any diet substitutes for this?
That's a very good question. See, what I feel is that day by day the nutritional value of food is going down because the method of farming has drastically changed. So we are not getting enough nutrition through our food. I am not saying that be dependent on the supplements. Yes, you should be eating more of veggies, more of fruits and natural things. But remember that still it is not practically possible to consume enough nutrition through food. I personally take a multivitamin and a multi-mineral tablet every day. I do take a omega-3 because I don't have an easy access to fish over here. I eat enough protein through my food. The fiber in my salads and my fruits is enough to keep me going. I take a vitamin D supplement 60,000 once a month. I don't take any calcium supplement as of now because I feel that my diet actually covers the calcium because I eat enough eggs, paneer, yogurt, cheese, and I eat everything. So calcium, I personally feel it's not necessary if you are eating enough of these foods. I have been taking creatine since 1 year now. I have been monitoring my renal functions, but I am very skeptical as to how long I'll continue the creatine and if it is really beneficial for me.
Anurag, I request even you, maybe this about the supplements, what all you said, if you could just frame it into a message and put it on the group for later reference for everyone. Next question is to Salil. Soumya asked this, because of injury or some other illness or commitments, it is difficult to be consistent in exercise. One feels low and then this period gets prolonged. So what are the options that are there?
Depends upon what injury you have sustained. I mean, it's going to be, if it's something like, let's say, muscle pull a few days and you're back in action. But yes, injuries, getting through them is very hard. I mean, if you are having some kind of target in mind, this is what you do by this kind of, in these many days. So yeah, do not get disheartened by it. It's easy to say, difficult to do. You can shift the type of exercise you're doing. If it is something which is causing knee problems, that's what your injury is. You can shift to floor exercises. You could probably work more on your core, work more on your upper body strength, take up something else like swimming, or shift to a low impact activity like cycling if running is causing you issues. That's how you can go forward. If it's a fracture, let's say you have like an upper limb fracture, maybe you could spend the time either doing a pranayama, or you could just walk more, keep your basic fitness up. It's not like do nothing and stay bedridden. Get out, be active in some form or the other, and then once you are done, like recovering, and you are clear to get back on track, start small. It's always start small. Your target should be small and they should be reproducible. It's not like you do it today and tomorrow you're too sore to work out again. That won't really help you. So probably small increments, do that, keep on increasing, and keep in mind that whatever you are going to do, it's going to take time. Immediate progress is not going to be seen. So like treat it as it's your first day again back on the job. You have to learn everything again and then gradually get back to wherever you want to. Being patient is the key because as we were already talking about, fitness is a lifelong journey. It's not something we achieve and then we're done with it. So we keep working at it day in and day out. And it does help to have let's say group of friends or anyone who you're working out with, or someone in the gym who can motivate you along the way. So that will be another boost to your morale, and they help you, they will keep you on track. And finally, well, it's a very crude way to do it, but you can just have a certain let's say some clothes which you think are fitting you right at your ideal weight, and that is what you want to get back into, if the weight gain is the issue. So that it becomes your motivation. No, I need to fit into this after these many days, and then you need to work towards it. So if you have some kind of goal or target in mind, that helps you get through those days of injury and recovery. That's what you can do. And yes, modify your diet as well during your recovery phase. You won't require as much calories, probably your protein intake will go down. Keep adequate proteins for the regeneration and recovery, definitely yes, but your requirement might be going down. So balance that so you won't be too much out of shape and easier to get back on track.
Okay, thanks, Salil. Next question is from Ankit Bajpai for Salil again. Does cold shower help after an aggressive workout?
Oh, I take cold showers generally. I don't really go for warm shower. That's what I do. It's just a hostel thing which has stuck to me. Warm showers are intermittent. But instead of going for cold showers, it is better to do some ice application on the affected part. Now, this is very controversial because initially it was all the rage. You do ice baths and do ice application, that helps. And now, like, there are studies coming up which say that actually that decrease in inflammation, decreased blood flow might actually slow down your healing. All those things are coming up. My personal experience, yes, localized application, if that part is a bit sore, definitely is going to help you for a faster recovery. Cold showers, a personal choice. You feel better with cold showers, go for it. Now, when I come back from a workout, it's all sweaty and I'm all hot and bothered. It's the cold shower works better for me. I like the cold shower anyway. It makes me more comfortable. A warm shower makes me more tired. I feel more sleepy after that. So whatever suits you is fine. Cold showers neither helps nor harms.
Okay, thanks, Salil. The next question was asked by Ankit Bajpai, but unfortunately, none of our speakers have an answer to this. He was asking us about the role of cold shock protein on tissue repair, but none of us knows about it, so we don't want to mislead
anyone. Can we put it to the audience?
Sorry.
Can we
In
put
case
it to the floor?
anyone is aware about the role of cold shock protein on tissue repair, if anyone has any inputs.
This is a Latin language.
Latin language.
Yeah,
this is physiology language. So yeah, sorry, this was the only question we could not take. So the next one is for Anurag.
Nazim might know the answer to this one. Is he here?
No, I think he's not joined.
He must be in the gym.
He's not here. Okay. So the next one is from Sambhavi. She was asking this, and Anurag will take this. How to recover from muscle strain quickly and get back on track?
I think Salil has already answered this question, but I feel that whenever you have an injury, get yourself checked by your ortho friend. It should not be a severe injury and you are still working out. So get yourself checked. Give enough rest to your body. Don't push yourself in spite of the injury. I feel ice application helps to get immediate relief from the pain. When you are resting, make sure that your nutrition is still, you are consuming enough nutrition and water. Just because you are not working out doesn't mean that your nutritional need significantly goes down. Yes, you should reduce your protein intake by some amount, but not drastically. And whenever you are resuming your workout or any form of exercise, resume gradually, start small and gradually build it up. Because your muscle after injury will take some time to lift that weight again.
Thanks, Anurag. Next question was from Faraz, and we're going to have one more guest speaker, Chintan, also adding on to this answer. So, post bilateral shoulder dislocation, is a routine gym all right for weight training, or should I stick to physio rehab? This was a question from Faraz, and Anurag and Chintan can take this, the two ortho people from our group.
Yeah, I know
Chintan.
Faraz has been dealing with this problem for quite some time, and it's definitely a challenge. It depends on a lot of factors as to what kind of problem it was, since how long, what was the quality of the labrum when it was repaired, whether it has healed well, or was there any bone-related issue as well. Sometimes with recurrent dislocations, the issue is with glenoid bone loss. The glenoid, as you know, is a small socket and supports a large ball, and which is why we have 360-degree movements in our shoulder. But with dislocation, sometimes the glenoid breaks, and there is an anterior glenoid bone loss. Now, when Faraz was with was having this problem during MBBS days, unfortunately, at that time, uh, bony procedure, which is now quite commonly done, which is more stable, was not in vogue yet in India, and hence a labrum repair is what was done for him. He has recovered quite well out of it. But then, if there was a pre-existing bony injury, then it definitely still makes the shoulder a bit loose or can subluxate. There are several long-term studies showing that patients with glenoid bone loss in which only labrum repairs were done can lead to persistent instability. And to the extent of 30 to 40% of those patients still experience subluxation. So there would be a definite amount of limitation or a bit of restriction that we advise in patients with such conditions if they haven't experienced a frank redislocation yet, in which to prevent their arm from going a lot into abduction and external rotation movement. So any of your gym exercise, which let's say clinch and jerk, where you have to sort of go into that range, and if you don't have a good stabilizer of your scapula or rotator cuff, that can lead to you dislocating your shoulder anteriorly. And that becomes one of the exercises that we recommend not to do in patients who have shoulder dislocation, especially any sort of free weight overhead exercise which puts you at risk of getting your shoulder go into that range. Anything else you would like to add, Anurag, on this?
I completely agree with you, Chintan. Any form of workout like the overhead shoulder press or the bench press, if not done with correct form and technique, will add to the shoulder injury. So be very careful. Even if you want to do those exercises, start with a very small weight and then gradually build it up. Always keep a gym buddy or a trainer ready for you for spotting whenever you are doing such exercises, especially when you have had an injury.
Yeah, also there is something called as hyperlaxity of the shoulder, which is quite common if you go in the general population. Most people are not really aware about their shoulder being hyperlax. Now, there is no one degree of hyperlaxity. Generally, there's a score called Bateman score in which we score that where there is flexibility of the fingers, whether you can touch your palm to the floor and without bending your knees. And then more than 6 is sort of considered to be a hyperlax patient, but that's in general. Now imagine just your shoulder is a bit hyperlax, and when you're doing a bench press, it subluxates a little posteriorly as compared to the other, and that's also a bit of laxity in your shoulder. So that in turn can give rise to small labrum injuries. So those labrum tears also are quite difficult to deal with. Now, if Salil allows me permission to share his
Permission है
case.
भाई permission
So,
है
our Superman, the machine, also had something worn in his shoulder, which had that labrum injury, which developed a cyst, and then he had wasting in the muscle. So he was fairly late to realize that he was experiencing this kind of a muscle wasting. And beyond which, also we tried to manage it conservatively, but eventually needed to fix and excise the cyst and things like so. So physically, you need to be a little more aware also as to what's going wrong mechanically. Don't ignore your symptoms. If the symptoms start, you need to acknowledge them, and then diagnosis is primary. A lot of times, at least in my field, in the shoulder, and I guess Anurag would agree, is that a lot of shoulder problems are sort of neglected, and then they keep uh, uh, aggravating, reaching a point sometimes of no return. You are lucky with Salil that it went back to nearly normal.
Yes,
But
almost back to normal. Thank you.
so that's the challenge in treating shoulders currently, and no, don't ignore your symptoms if you are getting them, and then reach to a diagnosis and then solution.
Thanks so much, Chintan. So I think the next question is also answered in this. It's how to know when not to push more in any form of training after injury or surgery. Does anyone want to add to this? Anurag, Salil, Chintan?
I
And
think I've covered most
Faraz,
of it.
if you have any further doubt and want to clarify, please go ahead.
That's what we already said. Like, don't push it, take adequate rest, and then you can get back on track. I mean, there's no need to hurry things up.
Well, there's only one thing I would like to add. I mean, I had the opportunity to go to the Winter Olympics, and there was a sports psychologist that I had a conversation with. This New Zealand kid who was 17 years old was performing his ski roll jump or something like so. And the guy before him had just had an accident right in front of him. He had already performed his personal best and he was set to get some sort of a medal, if not gold, maybe a bronze. So the sports psychologist sort of counseled him to not perform to his best.
Okay.
In which told him that you are 17, you already have a medal at the Olympics. If you are going to push yourself, maybe to do something silly or stupid, and to get that gold at the point, it puts you at risk of probably not being able to perform at the next Olympics, and it may take
Wow.
another 4 years
Oh.
for you to maybe get to that level and then perform at the Olympics. So sometimes, with elite athletes, we need to, there has to be a balance as to where to stop peak performance and, bring them to reality as to, I mean, this is something which may put you at risk and you will have a problem. So that person is a different person sort of to deal with. But yeah, if you keep pushing yourself to achieve something which you are not ready for, then that's going to bring you 2 steps back than putting you 1 step forward.
Right.
Yes. Thank you, Chintan. So yeah, Chintan and Divya both readily agreed to take the difficult questions which we felt we couldn't answer. They made themselves available. We didn't even ask them whether they are available on this day. We decided our date and time and they just made sure they were there. So thank you. Next question is for Bhushan. Rakesh asked this about weight loss strategy in elderly people.
Okay. I
Bhushan,
would
can you
suggest
also include central obesity in this?
central
Central
obesity.
obesity as well as weight loss, both in elderly people.
Okay. Actually, as per my opinion, we should not target weight loss in elderly people because they already landed up in sarcopenia. So it's very difficult for them to lift weights. And as far as they can't lift heavy weights or routinely, they can't progress in weightlifting. So it's very difficult for them to maintain the calorie deficit. And for their age, it's very it's not right to control or put restrictions on their diet also. So the maximum thing we can do for elderly people like our parents, just add some kind of muscle training in their daily routine. What I already started for my mother. For my mother, my personal trainer comes at home and she has already started doing weight training exercise since last 1 year. So they have started with some resistance band exercises, and they have shifted and they have progressed to some dumbbell, and they are progressing in their weights also. Regarding cardio point of view, we can add brisk walks. If any person is able to run or jog, so it is more than enough. But elderly people, I don't think that it's advisable to running is advisable for them. So only
Not
one
starting
thing
off
can
new,
we do
yes.
in elderly. Yes, no. We can add weight training definitely. We can start it from body weight exercise, simple body weight exercises. We can add resistance band exercises followed by gym sessions or weight training exercises. But I think it's very difficult for them to reduce weight after 60 or 70 years of age. Any different opinion?
I don't feel that it is difficult for them to lose weight. Um, yes, as you rightly said, that they have significant muscle mass which is
Wasting.
lost, and it is not possible for them to regain that muscle mass, and hence it is not possible for them to increase their BMR by a lot. So, simple exercises like walking, a brisk walk should be enough for them. They should more focus on the diet per se, eating lesser calories and consuming at least 1 gram per kg of protein per day.
They are supposed to increase their protein intake because by nature सबको सिखा है कि दाल इज मतलब हमें सभी ने वही बोला कि दाल इज अ प्रोटीन मतलब अपना इंडियन डाइट में 70 और 80% ऑफ द थाली इज फिल्ड बाय कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स सो वी हैव टू चेंज द concepts regarding diet and I have added whey protein for my parents also in their diet.
What I have been following in my home is that we have this plant protein by Nutrilite, the all plant protein, and we mix this plant protein in our roti ka atta, and which everybody is consuming. Even my kids, my mom, my sister, my wife, everybody are consuming that roti. So we are trying to increase the protein intake in whatever way we can.
And mobility training is also important for them to avoid injuries during while performing this weight training. Just like some yoga session or stretching sessions are very important for them at their age.
Yes, yoga would be a good alternative for a weight training. It's not alternative, addition to their exercise routine. No alternative. Weight training is required.
But yoga should not be an alternative to walking.
Alternative nahi, it is an addition.
Even not an alternative for walking. Walking is essential.
Yes, सब करना है.
A lot of people they say मैं yoga करता हूँ इसके लिए मैं walking नहीं करता, which is wrong.
Wrong. भयंकर वगैरह तो अलग बात है, उतना योगा कर रहे हो तो बड़ा वॉकिंग करनी चाहिए.
I appreciate Chintan for one thing. He is actually increasing his non-exercise activity, thermogenesis, by walking while he was talking to us.
Okay, next question is for Salil. This was my question. How do you manage time for clinical surgical practice and training and running for marathons, triathlons, etc., which often involves a lot of traveling also? How do you manage your time?
24 hours in a day, that is not going to change. वो तो constant रखना ही है. And the best time to get in your workouts is early morning because I think सुबह का जो before 7 a.m. is the time when we can get whatever we need to get done. That's what I try to follow. By 7 a.m. I need to finish my workouts and get to work. But yes, then it does happen. रात को late case चला है, फिर सुबह emergency केस कुछ आ गया. Some things do go wrong. Maybe रात को multiple times उठना पड़ा, and then you lose out on that day. So I would like to keep at least a 5-day exercise schedule going on, 5 days a week. Ideally 6, 1 day of rest, otherwise 5 days. That's what I follow. And in case it's a bigger event and the training is going to be a bit more intense, some things get compromised. And yes, I am getting some judgmental looks right there. I can see on my screen. I cancel out a lot of social commitments and stuff like that. But that has to be done. There's no other way I can fit in everything else. And yes, thank you for all the consideration I get when I do such things. Other than just judgment looks, I don't get any other flack. So that's a good thing. It is about getting priorities for that period of time. If there's something coming up, an important event coming up, ठीक है, उस चीज के लिए बाकी चीजें कम करनी होगी. Like movies नहीं जा सकता रात को मैं, maybe dinners के लिए नहीं जाऊंगा. I'll finish off, try to get to sleep, and if possible, try to compensate. If possible, try to compensate later on. It takes away a chunk of your time, but most of the practice that I have, I try to keep it elective, not emergency. So scheduling is not that big a deal. हो जाता है manage. थोड़ा सा lose out होता है, but then this is also pretty important. So giving time for this doesn't seem like time wasted. So getting my workouts in early in the morning and then planning properly, that enables me to kind of just barely balance what I'm doing. Still a work in progress.
Thanks, Salil. If it's still a work in progress, you're going to run across the globe one day. I think double.
Don't give away
Okay.
secrets, please. Public
Okay.
platform.
Okay.
I feel
Okay. We have. Sorry?
you must be knowing of an event called RAM in cycling, which is there in the US.
Yes, I know of RAM, yes.
But I guess the United States needs to come up with a new competition where Salil will be running up and down, not cycling.
I think रनर का भी होगा, शायद से मैं ढूंढा नहीं ठीक तरह से. साइकिलिंग तो है लेकिन रन भी होगा. ढूंढ लेता हूँ.
Okay. Thanks, Salil. Now we have just last two questions which are for all speakers, and then we'll take the questions which were discussed in the chat. I want all three of you to give your input of the role of working with trainers. Pratik, Shilpa, Uttar all asked this. You can start one by one. Salil wants to take it.
Yeah, बोलो ना. The trainer वाला ना. I can take the first one. Hello.
Anyone.
I feel that if you're a beginner, it is very essential to have a trainer because you need to learn the right form and technique of doing any kind of exercise. But also remember that having a trainer for your entire life is not going to work for you because that trainer is not focused on your improvement. He is focused on improvement of a lot of people, but you alone are focused on your own improvement. So learn to focus as to how you can bring improvement in your exercise. Focus on reaching a state of failure when you are working out. So whenever you are working out in the gym, if you are doing a bench press, make sure that you are reaching till failure. It's not like 15 reps कर लिया हो गया, नहीं, उसमें failure नहीं हुआ तो फिर वो weight आपके body में कुछ भी फायदा नहीं दे रहा है. So it's a good idea to use weights and technique by which you will reach failure in less than 15 repetitions, between 8 to 15 repetitions of every set. When you are off your trainer, when you have learned all the technique and form, it's a good idea to have a gym buddy with you, who can actually spot for you. And yeah, that's it. Focus on your workout. Don't be dependent on a trainer for too long. It's important to learn the right technique and form, but don't be dependent on your trainer.
So I agree with what Anurag says. Form is extremely important. You learn the right form, that's when you're going to have good progress. And do things the right way. When it comes to, let's say, doing endurance activities, you're doing like stuff like triathlons. There are two schools of thought. Either you want to just complete the thing at on your own ability, or you want to have a certain performance. That is something everyone is different at. एंड कुछ लोगों को कैसा होता है कि उन्हें खुद से सोच के एक्सरसाइज प्लान नहीं करने कि आज सुबह उठ के मुझे शुड आई डू दिस, शुड आई डू दैट, या फिर दे डोंट वांट टू टेक द ट्रबल ऑफ चेकिंग देयर हार्ट रेट, या फिर उनका वीओ2 देखना नहीं, उनको लास्ट टाइमिंग देखने रन के कितने थे. सो फॉर सच पीपल इट इज गुड टू हैव अ कोच और अ ट्रेनर विद देम, कि कोच उनको देख के रिव्यू करके उनको एक स्ट्रक्चर्ड प्लान दे देगा, ये फॉलो करना है. एंड दे आर काइंड ऑफ मोर एट ईज एंड दे हैव दैट मॉरल सपोर्ट कि भाई मेरे साथ कोई तो एक्सपीरियंस बंदी मुझे गाइड कर रहा है. That helps a lot of people, and quite a lot of my acquaintances, they do have trainers just for the same thing when they are good in what they're doing, but still they want to have some kind of coach or trainer. मेरा अब तक अलग चल रहा है. Like I know swimming क्या करना है and जो भी करना है, and जो modifications है like diet में करना है, I think we are better qualified than most of the people to decide on क्या खाना है क्या नहीं खाना है. So that is what I'm been doing. My goal hasn't been like real performance so far. It's mainly like activity hai, complete karna hai. I'm okay with doing it to the best of my ability. So my workouts generally are without a trainer. But obviously when I learned swimming, तब मेरे पास coach था because that was proper competitive swimming जो बचपन में कर रहे थे. I'm just carrying that forward right now. So both things are fine, but initially starting something new, a trainer is definitely a plus point. The only negative point I see in this is some people get so caught up in that philosophy, ये जो ट्रेनर के साथ जो करना होता है, if it's a group of people कि आपको ये ऐसे करना है, इतना intensity में है, they start competing in something which is not their field. भाई ये आप जो कर रहे हो फिटनेस के लिए कर रहे हो, या आप आपके एंजॉयमेंट के लिए कर रहे हो, आपके हेल्थ के लिए कर रहे हो. सो डू हैव फन व्हाइल डूइंग दैट, एंजॉय दैट प्रोसेस. डोंट मेक इट सो कॉम्पिटिटिव कि इसका अलग स्ट्रेस लेके बैठे हो आप, अरे मेरा इसमें परफॉर्मेंस नहीं हो रहा है, मैं इंप्रूव नहीं हो रहा हूँ, एंड दैट इज अफेक्टिंग एवरीथिंग एल्स. एंजॉयमेंट है, विद ट्रेनर एंजॉय हो रहा है कर लो, विदाउट ट्रेनर नहीं हो रहा है, आई मीन हो रहा है तो कर लो, जस्ट बी हैप्पी अबाउट इट, आइदर वे.
Bhushan, what do you have? Do you have anything to add to this?
ऑलरेडी अनुराग ने बोला है कि जैसे विदाउट ट्रेनर, मतलब ट्रेनर के बिना है ना, फेलियर तक रेपिटेशंस करना इज अ डिफिकल्ट थिंग. फॉर्म के ऊपर वॉच रखने के लिए आपको ट्रेनर इनिशियल फेज में होना मस्ट होगा मेरे हिसाब से. आफ्टर दैट यू, इफ यू हैव अ गुड जिम बॉडी, देन देयर इज नो नीड ऑफ ट्रेनर. द अदर इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट फ्रॉम ट्रेनर परस्पेक्टिव इज how to progress according to your performance. वो ट्रेनर वुड बी अ बेटर पर्सन टू टेल. मतलब मुझे ट्रेनर से पहले पता नहीं था कि हार्ड जोन्स होते हैं, अदरवाइज हम में से सबको लगेगा रनिंग मतलब रनिंग होता है. Till then you are out of your breath, you are not supposed to stop, but that is not the thing. Those things were taught by my trainer कि आपको while running you are supposed to talk, and you have to you can, if you can talk while running, then your pace is adequate, your heart rate is adequate, means you are in a comfort zone. So if I wouldn't have hired a trainer, मतलब तब तक मुझे पता नहीं होती थी चीज़ें. तो ये trainer is must in your initial phase, and if you are continuing a trainer, it is important for progression point of view. But as Anurag said, if you have a gym buddy and if you are progressing in your weight training or your endurance training, it is okay to not to have a trainer also. But do start with a trainer only if you are a beginner.
I want to add something, and this also relates to the question of how to lift heavy and how to progressively overload. So whenever I was training with my trainer, I was never taught this thing by any trainer. And when I see people working out in the gym who have a personal trainer with them, I have never seen a personal trainer teaching this to their clients. See, whenever this is particularly related to lifting weights in the gym, whenever you are lifting weights, there are 4 phases of lifting a weight. The first phase is a concentric phase when the muscle contracts. Then there is a pause, which is the second phase. There is a third phase in which the muscle relaxes. It is called as the relaxation phase. The fourth phase is the pause again. So what generally people do is when they are, say, training a biceps, they do 1 second contraction, relaxation in 1 second, again contraction, relaxation in 1 second. This is not the right way to do it. Your muscles will be built when you give enough time during the relaxation phase. So whenever you are doing a bicep curl, contract your biceps in 1 second, take a pause of half to 1 second, and then slowly bring the arms down. At least 2 to 3 seconds should be needed when you are bringing your arms down. And then take a half second pause and then lift again. So this particular technique has given me drastic result in a very short time, and you need lesser weight while you are using this technique. So automatically your injury will be prevented.
Okay. Thank you all. Then the next question, this is again to all three of you all. What happens to your exercise and diet routine while on vacation?
Your body is there for body weight exercises. Don't miss it. Just go for push-ups at least, and squats and a short run. So for long vacations, I do regular body weight exercises in my vacation days. I don't miss my weight training.
On a vacation, if it is possible for me to go on a run or a swim, I'd definitely do that. And if not, चल जाता है, because the vacation time is like कितना होगा, कितने दिन साल के, तो उतना break is something I'm okay to take. I do take that. Depends on where I'm vacationing and what I'm doing in the vacation.
30 minutes are enough. So anyone can get that much time, I guess. अनुराग डंबल्स लेके जाता है. How do you manage?
I feel that I don't change my diet while I'm on a vacation. Am I audible?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can hear
yeah.
you now. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't change my diet while I'm on a vacation because that diet has now become a part of my life. I don't need to change it wherever I am. But yes, I don't eat in a deficit while I'm on a vacation. So I definitely increase my calorie intake. I eat some desserts in each of my meals. I make it a point to eat my veggies and my protein as the first thing whenever I'm eating. I eat only 3 times a day whenever I'm on a vacation, like the breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I try to avoid eating anything in between. I do sometimes consume some amount of alcohol, but I make it a point to keep it to a bare minimum as much as possible. I walk a lot while I'm on a vacation because कहीं भी vacation पे जाते तो चलना तो पड़ता ही है. And for a good resort where you have a swimming pool available, I make it a point to swim at least half an hour a day. And most importantly, I prefer to sleep for 8 to 9 hours when I'm on a vacation because vacation is for relaxation. Don't go on a vacation and feel tired and come back. So feel that
Point to be noted.
you should feel refreshed when you're back. So sleep well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. I think I'll just address the questions which have come on the chat during the meeting. Any of you all can take it. So one is, do you monitor VO2 max to monitor your cardiovascular health?
Yeah, this is for both Anurag and Bhushan. This is from me. Like, how do you rate VO2 max?
I personally
I have recently started monitoring because I got a new Garmin. So I have seen some videos on VO2 max on YouTube. So I think it's very much, if I have interpreted that if the only one thing you have to monitor about your body, that it is VO2 max. I don't know it is right or wrong.
That was one of the reasons I'm asking. Like, how important do you think it is?
Yes,
It seems like a good measure. Yes. Okay. It seems good. Let's see.
Fine. Then I think this has already been covered. Role of yoga and brisk walk. It's been covered.
One
That we
point
can have that.
means everyone knows what is VO2 max means. Other people, I don't know. Everyone is knowing it.
बोल दे
नहीं रे, मेरे को नहीं पता, बता ना. मैं पहली बार सुन रही. या फिर सुन के भूल गई हूँ 20 साल पहले का.
Amount of oxygen body can consume out of how much oxygen we have taken. It's a percentage, no? Salil, बरोबर है?
बरोबर है. That is basically it. How much your body can extract? वो ऑक्सीजन कितना ले सकता है?
And how is it measured? Even I don't know.
It is a like kind of 0 to 100 के बीच percentage scale है वो, and depends upon what your fitness level is. Like the best endurance athletes probably have somewhere around 90 के आसपास पकड़ सकते हो.
Okay.
Salil, तुला किती?
माझा right now 54 है.
Great.
How is it measured?
The easiest way to measure it is use a smartwatch which has that option, and that gives you a decent measurement, and it is pretty accurate, and you can measure it in the lab as well properly. सब oxygen का mass वास लगा के सब monitors parameters check करके. But the Garmin वाला जो watch है, it gives a really good accurate assessment. 1 point से पास में रहता है.
I think it uses your heart rate as a
For normal people like us or only like for marathoners? Is it important for
normal people?
It is a measure of your fitness. सबके लिए अच्छा है वो, use करना कर सकते हैं. Yes, Anurag, it uses heart rate and also आपका कितना heart rate बढ़ता है, कितना activity किया, सब उसके according measure कर लेता है वो. Weight, you enter everything, right? Height, weight सब कुछ measure enter करते हो आप वैसे भी आपके ऐप में. उसके according वो कर लेते हैं calculate फिर.
Thanks. Then I think this was answered
So
already.
how much should it be? The VO2. Sorry. How much should it be like for normal
There
people?
is no there's no set of
normal.
values. There's no set of
The higher
values.
the better.
The higher the better.
You increase
Okay.
whatever you have.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Improve than the previous reading. ऐसे ही ना?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. The role of yoga in brisk walk, I think this has been discussed already, right? That it can be a part of the routine, but we have to also include some amount of resistance training. Anything more we want to add to this?
कोई सिर्फ वॉक कर रहा है एक्सरसाइज के नाम पे तो अभी अभी बंद कर दो.
It is one part of exercise.
It should be the part of exercise. It should not be the only thing which you are doing on the name of exercise.
Okay. Fine. Then this question was for Salil from Divya. Any focus tips on improving your swimming technique?
I already gave that answer, but okay. Swimming, it requires a proper coach to improve. I mean, it's very difficult for us to know why we are going wrong. The person who's looking at you from outside is the best person to let you know, okay, aise karna hai, whatever you need to do. Second thing is, strength training is very important in swimming. Pulling the water back, keeping yourself afloat, that requires a lot of muscle effort. And if you do doing proper strength training along with it, gym mein ya fir weight training kar rahe ho, that is when you see proper improvement, measurable results. And finally, initially, when you're just learning swimming, at least thrice a week karna chahiye. And then when you get the hang of it, you can gradually decrease the frequency down to once a week or twice a week. But initially, thrice a week minimum is required.
I think the question on running shoes and protecting your knee were tackled already.
Yes.
Gadgets for measuring VO2 max also we have already discussed. The other questions on being vegan, milk, paneer were also answered. Question on your opinion about tea when it's taken with milk and without sugar. I think most of you all take black coffee yourself, right?
Black coffee, not a tea drinker.
Opinion on this?
I'm a tea
Okay,
drinker.
then. Sorry?
Bhushan ka opinion hai.
If you're maintaining your calorie deficit, then you can take sweet tea also. It doesn't matter, I guess. Means anything in moderation won't help, won't harm.
Okay. So then, Anurag, any cartilage strengthening supplements?
Anurag is away from keyboard, AFK. But he replied that he does not believe in it.
Okay, he already replied. Then how to tackle muscle soreness also, I think Salil answered on the chat itself. Then this question is for Shweta, meaning it was for Shweta and me. Basically, how do you lose weight and maintain time for all this and multitask while you are a mother? So Shweta will take this.
Hello.
Yeah,
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we just need to prioritize our fitness. We need to find time for it. So best time is in the morning, 6 o'clock before your kids wake up, and use your house help or whoever you can to make the tiffins or whatever. Because if you get caught up in that, then you'll not get time for your fitness. And everybody at home obviously has to adjust a little bit, because then if you keep thinking that I'll only make the sabzi and but they don't like the taste of this made, that made, then you will get caught up with it and then you will not get time for your fitness. Because again, work is there. You have to find time for your kids and you have to work. So prioritize your fitness, be consistent. That is very important. One day you do a muscle training, your muscles are going to get sore. You cannot skip the next day just because your muscles are sore. They are going to pain, that you're working out for them to get strengthened. So you have to go the next day, and you have to go every day, even if you're bored or whatever. Only that is going to help you.
I agree with Shweta. I just add one or two more things. I would also ideally want to do a morning workout, but with my son going at 7 in the morning to school and preparing him and all that, it doesn't work out. So what worked for me is having my schedule around him. So there were times when I used to just picking up for evening class. I would drop him for class, go back after an hour, pick him up and do some random household shopping or some random things at home. And then I realized that it's not possible to review another 1 hour. So this 1 hour has to be workout no matter what other pending work is there at home or at other places. As I read somewhere, treat this also like a job. You have to turn up no matter what every day for that 1 hour. Whichever time suits you. Ideally, it should be morning, but if not, whichever time suits you around your kid's schedule, just make it a point that you have to do it. No excuses. Even if you do a little less intense workout because you're tired, but you still have to do it, and you have to prioritize that 1 or 1.5 hour of your day, and accordingly get help for other things, child care, household work, say no to work commitments, whichever way, but make this a priority. There are people asking right now about what to do about workouts during periods and how to recover. I don't stop my workouts totally during that time. Maybe it's a little less intense. It's just walk or cardio or upper body, but I don't stop it completely, except maybe day one if I'm too tired. Otherwise, you can decrease the intensity, but no need to stop it for 4-5 days and then get back. I don't know what Shweta has to say to this.
No, I don't stop my workouts for periods. Only if I'm having some backache or something, maybe on day 1 or day 2, I reduce the workout. Maybe I'll do just walking, brisk walking or something on that day. But I don't take a break.
Yeah, what I've heard is some people say you should avoid abs. I don't know how true that is, but otherwise you can do most of your other workouts. So don't take a break because of that. In fact, it actually
Yes.
helps you mentally also to
Yes,
continue.
it does.
There was one question about resting heart rate and whether we should do evening jogging. I think evening jogging also Salil already answered on the chat.
Yeah,
And
I answered that.
Any comments on resting heart rate, whether we should measure it, how much it should be or something?
The lower the better, the resting heart rate. It's a good measure of how you're progressing in your fitness journey. So if your resting heart rate initially was, let's say, 72, when before you started getting serious about fitness, and after a year you dropped it down to 60, it's a good sign, right? You're progressing well. You're still at 72, that means you need to do some more. That's what I would consider the resting heart rate, like the significance to be.
Okay.
And your exercise helps in it.
The more you exercise,
Working
the
out
resting heart rate will go down.
specifically cardio exercises help, I guess.
Right, I think we're done with our questions. Anyone else from the audience has any more questions or comments?
Well, thank you for being so patient, everyone listening to us speak up.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. That was very inspiring. And
So,
What is झोपलो?
नाही
Hey,
घरी पोहोचलो मी. I was driving.
उत्तर सो गया क्या? अरे उत्तर जगा हुआ है, चलो
नहीं
उत्तर
नहीं
जगा हुआ
बस
है.
जागा है जागा है
I'm alright.
Yes.
I'm pretty much
वही टेंशन था,
listening.
उत्तर सो जाएगा.
Actually, it's an
Thank you, thank you.
I think every 6 months we'll need a one push.
क्या बात है, तू बोला ना?
इसका
Months we'll
रिपीट
need one
टेलीकास्ट
push.
हर थोड़े महीने में
रौनक भी आ गया.
नहीं रौनक था इधर, पर मेरे साथ मेरी पलटन रहती है. It
हाँ,
gets a
वो
little hard.
इमोजीज आ रहे थे, हमें दिख रहे थे बीच में,
Yes,
गिफ्स आ रहे थे.
बीच में 15-20 minutes and I was putting my kids to sleep. तो
अच्छा.
शायद उस टाइम पे मैं सो गया होगा. I must have missed that answer.
तो ये अच्छा लगा सबको सब बात करते. Very
Thanks
nice.
Nirali, thanks Anurag, thanks Salil, thanks
Thanks
Bhushan.
निराली, सब लोग निराली को थैंक्स बोलो भाई, उसके एफर्ट से.
Thank you, seriously, thank you.
Everybody, you all agreed to speak.
Thank you, Nirali.
Thank you. And I never thought post reunion we would be connecting in such ways, but it's good and it's inspiring. And it's
a
not
good
thanks to
start.
me, it's thanks to everyone. There were so many who came up with the questions which built our enthusiasm. It's thanks to all three of them for removing time and speaking. So, and we were mentally prepared. कुछ नहीं होगा तो हम चार लोग एक दूसरे से बात करेंगे. But I think we had a good audience also. So,
I think
awesome audience.
now it's time for putting up the health challenges in the mat squad also.
नया शीट बन गई है एक अच्छी सी.
अरे क्या बात
वो
है.
सलील ने डाला था ना
इसने शीट बना दी पूरी.
अच्छा नोट्स बनाइए.
जितना हो सके.
नोट्स बना दिए इसने.
ए वो डाल देना भाई, ग्रुप पे डाल देना.
हाँ भाई, वो फोटोज डाल देना.
जिसने क्लिनिक मिस किया है उसके लिए बस उन्हें नोट्स
YouTube videos and links all that you are going to put भूषण, वो सारे लिंक्स डाल दो और कुछ कुछ जो भी डालने वाले थे सब लोग तुम लोग डाल दो बिकॉज ये सब इवेपोरेट हो जाएगा थोड़ी देर में फिर से.
इस वेबिनार का लिंक कोई तो डाल दो.
We want a homework for us normal people.
अरे नेक्स्ट ईयर मैराथन
You are not normal. Sorry to say that, Mansi, you are not normal.
No, मतलब baseline people जो ज्यादा.
अच्छा जी, वो भी नहीं है तो.
Salil, I sincerely feel that you
We
should
are all
start a
GSIs. If we aim for
separate group
something,
for runners.
we have been able to achieve it. We just have to
Put
make
our
that a
minds to it.
priority and aim for it, I think.
अनुराग क्या कह रहे थे?
No, but seriously, give some tip to say many of us who have not exercised in the last 3 weeks at all, or 4 to 8 weeks. Like how many squats, how many what should we do, or which YouTube workout should we start?
डाल देंगे ग्रुप पे लिंक्स तो डाल देंगे.
कुछ तो चालू करो सबसे पहले.
चालू करो, yes, start
I
off.
think
कल
कुछ
से
तो
चालू
चालू
कर दो.
करो. फिर as Anurag said, you should feel that pain or that tiredness at the end of it. That you will be only be able to answer whether it comes at how many squats
4
or
reps,
whether
5
squats
reps,
with
जहाँ भी
weights or
आता है.
without weights. So that answer will be given by your body rather than.
मानसी इधर ही ट्रेनर का जुगाड़ कर ले रही है.
But I feel one should enjoy whatever you are doing.
Yes.
Because if you're not enjoying it, you will not continue it.
Sustain नहीं होता बिल्कुल वो, सही है वो.
Actually, results also help a lot, because if you start doing it, you see good results, and then that also you start enjoying it then.
Results
But results will take time. First 2-3
Results
months
take time.
will be maybe without results. So you shouldn't give up in that first initial phase.
True.
That marathon का goal was nice, मतलब plan करो if you're planning to meet also and with workout also and वो जो भी Salil will train us slowly कैसे करना है, and I've never run a marathon, तो तेरे training के under I can plan next year 27 maybe, not 26.
2027
27 वाला
Tata Mumbai
marathon.
Marathon.
Yeah.
We can keep a target of
we can
21
plan all of us,
kilometers
as many as people
हाँ वो
possible.
कर सकते हैं. 21 किलोमीटर टारगेट रख सकते हैं.
सलील टाटा था इसका.
26 को हम 21 कर सकते हैं, 27 में 42 करेंगे ना.
ये देखिए हम लोग के बारे में
भूषण
सोचो
आवाज
भाई
ही
कुछ.
नहीं है.
हमारे बारे में सोच.
वो सलील का डबल का फंडा
हम
सब पे अप्लाई नहीं होगा. That's Salil.
हम
अरे नहीं
हमारे
सबका
बारे
होता
में
है
भी
वो.
सोचना भाई थोड़ा.
बट सिंसियरली
दे
सलील
देंगे.
कुछ तो करो इसके लिए, हमको थोड़ा सा ट्रेनिंग के लिए कुछ करो.
27
डाल दो
में
तो फिर कर
21
देंगे.
करेंगे. ये बेस्ट
टारगेट
है.
एंड टाइम डाल दो, then we can easily work on that.
21 and 27 अगले ग्रुप का
इतने
नाम.
सारे
21
फ्री
and
के
27.
ट्रेनर्स है हमारे पास, एक्सपर्ट ट्रेनर्स है, वी शुड यूज देम. एंड 27 वाला कुछ प्लान करो मैराथन सबके लिए, whoever can come to Mumbai
शिल्पा
and will
तू
run.
इनिशिएटिव ले और डेट डिसाइड कर, मैराथन का नाम डिसाइड कर.
तो मैराथन
और
27 बोल रही
Salil
हूँ मैं.
timetable बना
27
देगा.
तक हाँ वो बना देगा ना, मशीन अपना टाइम टेबल सब
हाँ
बना
बना
देगा.
दूंगा.
27 हाँ तो 27.
अपने ग्रुप को रीनेम कर देते हैं KM मैट स्क्वाड 21 and 27.
नाम अच्छा है.
वो चलेगा. Slowly we can get there.
Gradually watching.
Thank you so much. It was very nice. Enjoyed catching up and also listening to such expert advice.
We had fun preaching.
Yeah.
सबको लीव
This
करना
and
है. Nirali.
Nirali, thanks a lot to you for coordinating this, moderating this, and bringing us all together.
वही तेरे बिना नहीं होता भाई. तूने इतने एफर्ट्स लिए, किसने लिए नहीं है इसके लिए.
बाद में मुझे शर्म आ रही थी कि सलील
enthusiasm था कि कुछ करो and I think this is a topic which is close to my heart also, so I was also interested in doing it. So,
Great job.
and hopefully
Thank you.
we will have more webinars on other interesting topics by others of our batch soon. So,
I think you should nominate
Correct.
somebody with the next task.
अच्छा no, इसमें भी nomination. No, यार, it has to come from within. Whatever everyone is interested in, you can't force anyone into this. So I think, see, all three of you all also removed time and immediately agreed because it's something which interests you. So it will come from within, from someone, hopefully.
I feel that the next webinar, we can have it on how to have other sources of income, or say passive sources of income.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very important. I am not saying that I am going to take it. I am not taking it, but I want to learn.
It has to be taken by
There's Karuna, there is Lucy, and maybe few others can also contribute. We can ask who wants to take the initiative.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. Fine, we are done for the day then. Everyone will
Yes.
need to leave this meeting, okay? Otherwise the recording will not end. Salil, you're not
Okay.
leaving till everyone leaves. Huh?
That is
नहीं तो मैं अकेली रह
चलो बाय गाइस
So yeah,
मैं रुक
everyone
मैं नहीं लीव कर
please
रहा,
Bye,
मैं नहीं लीव
guys.
कर रहा,
बस
मैं
नहीं
लीव
जा
कर
रहा
रहा
वो तो वहीं पे रुकने वाला है।
नहीं जा रहा. So yeah,
मुश्किल
Bye,
से
guys.
तुम
the
Bye.
recording
मुश्किल
will
से
not
मिलते हो.
even मुश्किल से मिलते हैं. तुम ही पीछे पड़े थे कि करो करो. So
हाँ
I'm glad you
obviously
अरे
attended
तेरा
finally.
वीडियो कहाँ है?
मुझे
तू
लगता है
है
अभी
कहाँ
गेट
यूसुफ?
टुगेदर
मेरे
में
को
ना एक
दिख नहीं रहा
छोटा
है.
सा रन भी कर लेंगे अपन 5-10 किलोमीटर का.
कर लो चलो कर लेते हैं।
just one thing. Anurag, do you remember in
अरे
college they used to sleep 2 hours every day?
Pardon, I didn't get you.
Second MBBS used to sleep only 2 hours every night.
क्या बात
नहीं
कर
रे,
रहा है?
ना ना ना.
Yes.
अबे 8 घंटे बोल रहा है यहाँ पे, बोलते 2 घंटा सोता. वेरी बैड.
You are
वो
misunderstanding. वो राजविलास था जो रात को 3 बजे उठ के लाइब्रेरी जाता था.
राजू अलग प्राणी है रे वो.
Long back, but yes.
वो बंदा 3 बजे लाइब्रेरी जाता था, 7 बजे तक पढ़ता था,
हाँ.
पूरे दिन भर का पूरा फिनिश करता था और दिन में बाकी किसी को पढ़ने नहीं देता.
ये बदमाश.
But I can trust on
हम्म.
Anurag on researching the sources because I remember he searched for 1 year to find out the correct
Atish, Prasad and Uttar,
form.
are you there?
करेक्ट क्या बसु वापस बोल.
He, I think, researched for 1
Yes,
year
I
to
am
buy
here. वो
some
बोले.
single product. इसमें
अच्छा
ये खराब है, इसमें ये अच्छा है, इसमें ये है, ये.
अच्छा.
And I'm
That
like,
habit
अच्छा.
has not changed.
The dedicated research, if you concise from Anurag can give definitely.
उत्तर प्रसादला कॉल कर रही है.
योसेफ तुझा व्हिडिओ बंद आहे का रे योसेफ?
I'm just messaging. Uttar, Prasad और आतिश. Uttar तो is
I'm
there,
here.
I think. I don't know.
Hello.
उत्तर तो है.
हाँ, so hi.
Hello.
प्रसादला कॉल
दर्शन
करून
देंगे सब लोग.
It's time to
दर्शन
say bye. Please leave.
चलो बंद करो अभी, एग्जिट हो जाओ सब.
नहीं काउंटडाउन
नहीं,
रखते हैं,
चेहरा
काउंटडाउन
दिखा दो.
My
रखते हैं.
son is
चेहरा
waiting for me. अभी कब से दरवाजा लॉक करके रखा है अभी.
टाइमर.
चलो बाय बाय
Okay,
एवरीवन, बाय बाय.
चलो
6
प्लीज एग्जिट,
Bye.
प्लीज
चलो
एग्जिट.
बाय
66
बाय
seconds.
बाय.
Hey.